Now betting for the sports animal, your afternoon drive. Number 2, men on, Van Nunley and Fred Slow. And in the on-deck circle, Robert Buck D. Gibson.
This is Two Men On with Van Nunley and Fred Slow.
Boys are here.
The boys are here.
Man, I'm going to turn you up ever so slightly.
Okay. We'll get it.
Back at the John Lopez Real Estate and Coldwell Banker Legacy Studio, Steph Griffin. Steph, how are you?
I am doing really good, thank you.
Good.
How is it out there?
Oh well, it's always like this. The 4 o'clock hour at O'Neill's, which is where we're live from today, the O'Neill's in Nob Hill. The 4 o'clock hour, that's the startup hour. That's the wind up.
Mm-hmm.
The pitch comes at 5 o'clock though, Steph. So the boys are here till 7. We expect everyone to start rolling in around 5 o'clock, like they so often very much do. And if you come out, we got Isotope swag today. So we got some pocket calendars, we got some wall calendars. Isotopes came by. Josh Suchon will be joining us at 4:15. But on the program today, the returning champion, Van Nunley. Van, welcome back.
Oh, it's good to be back, my dude. It is good to be back. Not going to lie. I don't want to blow your head up too big.
Okay.
But I missed you, buddy.
What does that mean?
I missed you.
Is that a lyric from a Tyler, the Creator song?
No, but whoever produced the opener of this show was so kind to put a Tyler song as our opener. So kudos.
You know it's
I
Larry.
tried to do that for you since you just came back.
Oh, Steph.
Say Stephanie. She is so kind. I missed you too, Stephanie.
Yep, she gets nothing on that.
I'm used to that. I'm used to that. It's okay.
I am Fred Slow. I am the one in the New Mexico Highlands Cowboys, what I'm going to call, what would you call this color, Van?
Cream
and purple,
off-white, maybe eggshell, possibly.
It's a good little look. But I'm wearing the official baseball jersey today. Live from O'Neill's in Nob Hill. We're here till 7 o'clock today. We got a good program. Kim Kirshen will be joining us at 6:15. Talk Locker 5:05. Justin Eitri will be joining us at 6. Tell us a little bit about Justin, man.
Well, I mean, it was a fortuitous meeting. We were at another meeting at friends of the show, Safe House Distilling.
Yeah, very nice.
And he was crooning the crowd, and he introduced himself to us. Crooning.
What is that?
That's singing to strangers. Is crooning.
Mm-hmm.
So he was singing to us and playing the guitar and the piano, and he was so damn talented. We introduced ourselves to him.
And then, as I recall, it was a pretty good crowd for a Saturday.
Yeah, he was killing it. And we said, hey, we like to support anything that's going on in the community. Whenever you're doing something worth talking about, we would love to highlight it. And they are doing a charity show on Saturday. And when he gets here, he'll give you all the information
Over
on
at
it.
Safe House is where the charity show is.
It is not at Safe House.
Okay, where is it at?
Justin will allow us to talk about it later when he comes on the show.
The announcement to come then is what you're saying. So Justin will be joining us at 6, and they got a big benefit going on, and we're going to go through that. Josh Suchon at 4:15 and Kim Kirshen at 6:15. A lot of NFL talk, a lot of NBA talk, a lot of college basketball talk.
It is an all-day event this Saturday at the Ancora Cafe and Bakery at 148 Quincy Street, Suite B, 11 a to 9 p.m. All funds raised to benefit the Ukraine.
Oh.
Yeah, isn't that cool?
They're going through it right now.
Yeah, it's like they're going through war right now.
Not sure if you're familiar with the news. Not been great for Ukraine as of late. Well, I guess that's not actually super fair. All things considered, Ukraine's doing pretty well in this tough circumstance.
They're killing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And by it, you mean Russians.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, they're doing okay adjacent. I just wrapped up the big move this week, man. I went from where I was to where I am now, so I'm in my brand new apartment. I cannot tell you where it is, but I'll give you an approximation. I'm at the base of the mountain. Okay?
Oh, yeah, you are. You sure are.
And it's nice. I like it. It feels cold in the morning, and I think it only rains over my block, which is weird. But my neighbor has a dog.
Well, you're lucky that you got the new truck. So another great reason that your car was stolen is you now have a truck because the snow sticks out there. So it's good you have a truck.
No, trucks are bad in the snow. I don't know why you presume that, because it's a weird rear wheel drive with no weight over the bed, and my little undersized engine just can't go.
Okay, so you barely have a truck.
Yes.
You have a truck-shaped car.
Yes, I have I have what is called a commuter truck.
Oh.
A quarter ton. I got a quarter ton. So, yeah, but anyway, I'm in this new neighborhood, this new house, this new apartment deal. And my upstairs neighbor, she's pro dog. That's her thing.
Most people are, Fred.
Not your boy. I am not your boy at all when it comes to dog. I do not care for dogs. I do not care for your dog. I do not care for friend of the show's dog. I do not care for Scooby-Doo. I do not care for Pluto. I do not care for Goofy. I do not care for Beethoven. I do not care for Air Bud. I cannot go on long enough about how I do not care about your dog, and I do not understand why you allow your dog to behave the way that it does.
Fred, watch your mouth. We're on a sports show.
Mm-hmm.
Do not disintegrate the good name of Air Bud on this program.
I do not care about Clifford. I do not at all give a single bark about any puppy out there, and I specifically do not care about your dog if, and hear me out, if you do not know how to take care of your dog. I do not understand why your dog, at all hours of the day, and you leave the house, do you think your dog is perfectly fine, or do you think it just at the top of its lungs barks, whines, meows, the entirety of you being gone? Which one of those things do you think it is?
Of all the dogs that you rattled off, I disagree on everyone except for Clifford. Clifford was a menace to society, and he got the treatment he deserved.
What was that? He
was King Konging around that poor, sweet little town.
Yeah,
and he deserved to be tranquilized and put down.
So
you're wrong.
Not tranquilized and put down. He was given a key to the city.
Oh, okay. I read the wrong books then.
Cujo. I do not like Cujo.
Okay, definitely that one.
Yeah, I can keep going. I am not about your dog, and I don't understand why anyone. You know what kind of life I live? An adult's life. I live a life where I cannot have a dog because I am an adult. I do adult things. I go to work. I broadcast, and then I prepare material, and then I'm out of the office. When I'm at home, I'm home for minutes. That's as long as I'm at home.
Right.
I don't have time for a dog, and I recognize that. You also, friend of the show listening, you don't have time for a dog.
I barely do.
No, you do not have time for a dog, and you have 2 dogs.
Yeah. You like half of one of them.
That's not true.
You like 25% of my dogs.
So my new apartment complex has a dog issue. It's literally my first day there. I signed the lease. I go down to the management office, and I'm like, so you guys got like a company that comes and picks up all this dog crap, or are these people supposed to do it? And they're like, it's a Monday. What's that mean? It just piles up all weekend? Because I live here on the weekends, too. I'm not out of the office like you are. Pick up dog crap. I just hate people and their dogs.
So when you're looking for apartments, did you read the Yelp reviews of the apartment saying that there's going to be canine fecal matter everywhere?
This is a little bit my fault. So I went to the neighborhood app to kind of get a review on the place, but I forgot that I was blocked from the neighborhood app for going off about someone's dog one time.
Okay, well, you got to go straight to the source, which is obviously Reddit.
The subreddit for my neighborhood?
Yes.
There's not one.
There's not a Foothills Reddit?
This is not the New Mexico United. Big 1-1 tie at home for the United last night, still undefeated on the season. And they're 2-2 tie. I don't know why I said 1-1. 1-1 after the half, 2-2 final.
Let's talk about Isotopes and United throughout the show. I want to hear more about this upstairs dog.
No, this upstairs dog is the bane of my existence.
Oh, is it like a little chihuahua, like yipping? You got like a big bane kind of hound dog?
This is the type of dog you buy when you never feel like you'll have a child of your own to love.
Oh, like a glamour pet?
No, I need someone to love me and protect me as equally as I love and protect them. Oversized, dumb in the head, breeded poorly, makes your life not better, but you claim it does because you're lacking any sort of like love-filled relationship with another.
Okay, so you're talking about like a rescue dog that has barely more trauma than the owner? No. Is that what you're talking about?
No, I'm talking about a vicious breed. I'm talking about how apartments should not allow them.
Oh, my.
I'm talking about a dog whose head is shaped in an aggressive manner.
Okay. Oh, are we talking about clip tail and trim ears?
The whole thing.
Okay.
Yeah, but not trim nails because that takes regular upkeep, and God forbid that would happen, and you can just hear it walking around.
Oh, no.
I'm telling you, the select number of people.
He's like the only dog that likes Michael Vick. Is that what you're saying?
He would be Michael Vick adjacent.
Okay.
Yeah.
He'd be the champ.
I'm just saying, if you're going to have a dog, you have to be in a place that's advantageous to a dog's life, and that is really only retiree or farm owner. Those are the two options.
Okay, those are two really good ones. But normal Joe Schmo can have a dog. I can have a dog. I have 2 dogs. They live great lives.
No, they do not.
They got visits and scratchums from some of my friends the last 2 days while I was out of town hanging out with my kiddo.
Oh, so at
the Tyler the Creator concert.
So what you're saying is
I abandoned my animals.
You abandoned your animals for 2 days.
For 2 days. But they weren't completely abandoned because, they got some people to hang out with them and feed them and water them and give them some scratchums.
Well, I'm the first guy to go knock on someone's door and ask them if they love their dog, and that is what's going to happen. Josh Suchon's joining us whenever we get back from the commercial. Obviously, Tom Brady versus Bruce Arians is the new Will Smith versus Chris Rock. Speaking of, Chris Rock made his first public appearance. We will go over that at length as well. We're 2 men on live from O'Neill's, and we're enjoying the heck out of it today. We're at the Nob Hill location. Come hang out with your boys if you want to hang out with your boys. Whenever we get back, Josh Suchon, 95.9 FM, AM 610, the Sports Animal.
High-interest credit cards are a super downer. Lower those rates with the Independence credit card from Kirtland Federal Credit Union.
Josh is supposed to call it 413.
From 0 to hero with Kirtland Federal Credit Union. Learn more at kirtlandfcu.org/0.
This report is brought to you by Kirtland Federal Credit Union.
Well, traffic this afternoon, we've got those slowdowns on northbound I-25. They're going to start around Sunport and go down to Lead Coal. So watch out for that. Elsewhere, I-40 looks good in both directions. Your river crossings moving up to speed here in the metro. North of the city, between Albuquerque and Santa Fe, I-25 looks good in both directions there. And south of town, between Albuquerque and Los Lunas, no problems in either direction.
This report is brought to you by The Sports Animal, streaming the NCAA tournament at sportsanimalabq.com. For all the NCAA tournament game action from the first 4 to the Final 4 and championship games, Westwood One's radio coverage of the NCAA tournament is at 95.9 on FM, 610 on AM, and streaming at sportsanimalabq.com.
If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress. Shop in store or online at AmericanHome.com. They guarantee you'll pay less. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
What is it about minor league baseball? It's the brightness of the grass. It's the smell of all those yummy foods. It's the crack of the bat. It's the chills you get from those ninth inning comebacks. It's where phenoms chase their dreams, aging veterans look for one more chance, and everyone cries hardest when they're told they're going to the show. It's baseball season, and this is your home for Isotopes Baseball. 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Southern Recipe Pork Rinds. Southern Recipe Pork Rinds have the bacony crunch you crave in a protein-packed, low-carb snack. They're the pork rind that tastes best for just about any event. Southern Recipe Pork Rinds are also low-sugar, gluten-free, and naturally loaded in collagen, so it's a no-brainer.
Hey, Steph, is Josh there?
Pork Rinds at southernrecipe.com today.
Southern Recipe Pork Rinds.
Available in the snack aisle at your local Albertsons.
Stephanie.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well,
do you have his
trying to
number?
find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job.
I can give it to you if you need it.
All you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job in ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
There's nothing like hearing the songs you love on local radio with no subscriptions and no monthly fees. But there's a new bill in Congress that could stop the music. If passed, this bill would tax your local radio stations simply to play the music you love. Text LOCAL to 52886 and ask Congress to support local radio stations. Help us keep you connected to the music, local news, weather, and traffic that you need each day. This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
This is where New Mexico comes for sports. 95.9 FM 610, the sports animal.
I was sitting down in O'Neill's and I was about to drink a red beer. But instead I had to stop and talk to Josh Suchon on the Albuquerque Isotopes. Josh, how are you?
Man, I hate to interrupt you of such a wonderful experience of drinking a beer at O'Neill's. Thank you.
It's actually an experience I'm very accustomed to.
Sure.
So it's not the first time it's been interrupted. Good news, Josh. I don't know if you know, but the first 2,000 fans through the gates on opening night will get a Throw Orbit Cozy Fuzzy Fleecy Boy blanket.
Yes, they will, and hopefully they won't need it on opening night. But at some point in their lives, they're going to need it. I was actually looking at the forecast. It looks like it's all right for opening night.
Okay, it's going to be going on.
That's exciting.
60s high, and like a upper 40s low on opening night, which is Tuesday, April 12th.
There we go. Tuesday, April 12th. The boys will have the fleece blanket because we will be there live from the ballpark on the home opener for the Isotopes next Tuesday, 2 Tuesdays from now. And we are very excited about that one. But you were on the road before then, Josh. You got a whole world of baseball starting.
I know, it's getting real. In fact, it's no longer getting real. It is real. Players will start arriving tomorrow. We'll have media day Saturday. They'll work out at the ballpark Saturday, Sunday. They'll work out Monday morning. Then we'll be on a bus to Oklahoma City. We'll play against the Dodgers affiliate for 6 games. We'll fly home. And then baseball will return to beautiful Rio Grande Credit Union Field at Isotopes Park.
Hold up. Bus out, fly back?
Yeah.
I mean, trolley not available?
The flight there got canceled, because flights still get canceled all the time. So our flight there got canceled. And the times didn't work out for the other flights. And because it's an off day, you kind of have more time. And there's no direct flights from Albuquerque to Oklahoma City.
Anywhere,
by
really.
the time you get to the airport, an hour and a half early, and you fly to Denver or wherever, and then you sit around and wait for an hour and a half, and then you fly for another hour, and then you get your bags. It's not that much longer to bus.
There you go.
But I would still prefer to fly. But we got to do what we got to do.
I mean, if I was tightening up the purse strings, I would say the flight was canceled too, Josh.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's what it is.
That's totally a me move right there.
Right there.
And I know there's no direct flights to Oklahoma City because I understand supply and demand because no one wants to go there.
No one wants to go there. To see Isotopes baseball is the only reason you go to Oklahoma City.
But then you just get the bus.
They also have a version of the sports animal there. Don't know if you know that.
It's called the sports animal?
Is that right?
Yeah, their own sports animal.
Oh, my goodness.
Is that the home of Oklahoma City Dodgers baseball?
I believe it is, yes.
So, Josh, you gave us a stack of schedules to hand out here tonight at O'Neill's in Nob Hill. We should have gave you a stack of business cards to hand out to our sports animal family in Oklahoma City. I take back everything I said about Oklahoma City. Just kidding. No, I don't. So the new rosters have been announced. Anybody that's must-see TV, oh, my God, I can't wait to see this guy on the field. Who are you looking at already?
Wait, the rosters got announced? Did I miss this?
Did it not? We got it pulled up right here. Is that last year?
Yes, last year's. I think I would know about this year's roster.
Yeah, I think if anybody would, it'd be you.
If not, then Forrest Sculpting has some explaining to do if I do not have a copy of this year's roster yet.
Yeah,
I know Forrest's a busy guy. I mean, he's got a lot on his checklist.
My understanding was Forrest.
We have a pretty good idea who's going to be on the roster, right? But this is what's really interesting, guys. This is the first time since basically the last time that there was a labor situation that minor league baseball is starting before Major League Baseball is starting. So this is a really interesting dynamic. Again, we're starting on Tuesday. The majors are starting 3 days after that. So you've got
guys fighting for a major league spot, and then some of them are going to be told, like, no, you're going to the minor leagues. But they might play a couple of games in the minors and then come to the majors. There could be injuries. They just made it official today that the opening night roster is going to be 28 players instead of 26. They're going to get a month with 2 extra players because it's such a shortened spring training. I was told that there's going to be some players who are going to come from spring training in Arizona here to Albuquerque. There's some that are going to stay in Arizona for a couple of days and then fly out to Oklahoma City and just meet the team there. So there's going to be a lot of players going a lot of different directions because of the uniqueness of the minors starting before the majors. I mean, that's kind of life at AAA, but we got a pretty good idea. And to go back to your original question about who am I excited for, let me give you a name that a lot of people in Albuquerque know. He may not be a top prospect anymore. His name is DJ Peterson. He was a stud for the Lobos. He was a first-round pick by the Mariners. He was a top prospect at one point. He's kind of bounced around a number of different organizations. The last 2 years, he played independent ball, had a very good season last year in independent ball. The Rockies signed him to a minor league contract. Not 100%, but I got a really good feeling that we're going to have DJ Peterson with us to begin the year. And, again, he knows Albuquerque. Albuquerque knows him really well, trying to relaunch his career. And I think what better place for him to reignite what was once a fantastic career than right here in Albuquerque.
Are you saying, Josh, there's a possibility that with the team being on the road to start the season, that a player could come down, could play 6 games for the Isotopes in Oklahoma City, and then get called up to the big club that weekend and have been an Isotope and never played at Isotopes Park?
Not only am I saying that's possible, I would not be surprised if that occurs.
Oh, okay. There's a little bit of an interesting one there for me. You don't got to worry about rent. You don't got to learn 8712 what. Doesn't even matter. You just hang out and.
Bet that guy doesn't have a dog.
No, absolutely does not. Josh, obviously with the season sneaking up on us, it's basically like 1 week at home, 1 week away is basically the layout with a handful of exceptions. What are the most look forward to dates for the home games here this season, Josh? What is Isotopes fan most excited about when coming out to the ballpark?
And why is it when we're there?
Well, you're always excited about opening night, especially when you hear that Fred and Van are going to be there broadcasting live from the concourse.
Super smart.
Right? So you're always excited about that. For me, Jackie Robinson night, which is the 5th game of the season, April 15th. And there's going to be Jackie Robinson long sleeve commemorative T-shirts that are going to give away on that night. And so, look, I mean, it's just special. And all the Isotopes on-field personnel are going to wear uniform number 42, which is what happens in the major leagues. It's the first time that we've ever done this with the Isotopes. We're fortunate that we're home on Jackie Robinson night. So that is super exciting. The first mariachi game, including hosting fireworks, is Saturday, the 16th. That's the 5th game of the season. At some point in that first homestand, we're going to go past 10 million fans in the history of this ballpark.
Oh, wow.
So the 20 seasons or 20 years celebration. And so, look, we've averaged about 555,000 fans per year. And so about every other year, we hit a million milestone, and we're going to hit 10 million some point on that first homestand. It might be the 3rd game of the year. It might be that Jackie Robinson night. I doubt it would get to the 5th game based on current projections. So I just looked at that first homestand, and I'm just thinking, you got opening night with the blankets that you mentioned. You got Jackie Robinson night. You got the first mariachis. You got the first fireworks. And then you got day baseball on the first Sunday, and that's Easter, and there's going to be an Easter candy hunt. So
excellent.
Here's the thing. I'm not worried about June and July and August promotions. Let's just hit with the fun stuff right away, right out of the shoot, the first homestand.
I'm not a guy who necessarily celebrates Easter proper, but I really like fellowship.
Same.
Yeah, get a bunch of kids out, go in the eggs, do the whole thing.
Like kids running on the field to get candy
that
they haven't melted yet.
Well, and you know what I really like about like the young kid Easter egg hunt is when you put like the older kid with the younger kid, like the sibling situation, and they're like helping the younger kid. I'm like, this is a fabulous memory. You're never going to forget this little memory here at Isotopes Park. And Josh Suchon and his boys over there are bringing it. Josh, I know you are making the rounds today, handing out schedules and posters and making sure the community knows what's going on. We got schedules and posters here. Come by O'Neill's. We will hand them to you, friends of the show, and you'll be up to speed on everything going on with the team this upcoming season. The rosters are announced on what day, Josh?
For sure by Saturday, possibly tomorrow.
That information.
Saturday's our media day. So, yeah, for sure by Saturday and possibly late tomorrow.
And then those rosters will be made immediately available to all Isotopes fans via your social media outlets.
Yes, and websites and all that. Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah, for sure. So again, it's such a unique thing where you've got guys who are fighting for a major league job, and then some of them are told, "Sorry, we need 26 guys for the AAA games. So you 26 got to go over there, right?" But also, somebody might be told, "Okay, you're going to start the season at AAA Albuquerque." They might come over here, and then there's an injury in big league camp to somebody. And all of a sudden, we need someone. Come right back to Phoenix.
With the accelerated spring training, do you have concern? Does the Isotopes organization have concern for a player that may have suffered an injury trying to rev up too quick for the season?
I always worry about injuries in April, no matter what, because whether it's now for the minor league portion of spring training, they've had the exact same amount of time that they always had.
Right.
Like minor league camp was underway when the lockout was still going, so they have the normal amount of time. I always worry about guys that just they were trying really hard in spring training to impress. You're trying to get a job. You're trying to not get cut. You're trying to get promoted from single A to double A or double A, triple A, trying to make the major leagues. And you basically go too hard, too fast when your body's not quite ready for it. And then you go from really nice, warm, sunny Arizona, and then you go to someplace. Now, our league's not too bad anymore, but it used to be. I remember my first year on the beat or covering the team, we went to Des Moines and we went to Omaha for our first road trip. It was like 40 degrees. It snowed one day. So I was worried about guys' injuries, from that standpoint. But one of the things that I do like about how things have been changed in recent years, we have a much larger roster. The days of a 25-man roster are long gone. We get 28 the entire year plus 5 as a taxi squad. And so what that means is that you don't have to worry about, this guy has to throw 110 pitches on opening night. No, he can throw 75. And this reliever doesn't have to go 3 innings in relief. No, he can go 1. There's a whole bunch of guys that can throw 1 inning, or a couple of guys that can throw 2 innings. So, yes, I worry about injuries, but I don't worry as much because of the roster situation now.
Opening night creeping up. Show up early for your chance to get one of 1,998 Orbit blankets, because me and Fred are getting the first 2.
That's 100% true.
Yeah, we're getting the first 2.
So I'm going to wrap myself up in it like a little burrito boy. I'm just going to wear it the entire time.
So not only are you the voice of the Isotopes, Josh, you're a baseball fan, and we wax ad nauseum about baseball. What is that feeling you get when opening day is creeping up? Is it all butterflies? Is it anxiety? Well, how are you feeling?
It's mostly butterflies. It's excitement. I think about the different opening nights that I've been to in my life and what those have meant to me. I think about going to opening night with my dad. I think about going to opening night with friends. I think about, in fact, I have a one that just popped into mind, and that is when I was in college, I drove from San Diego to Las Vegas. It was spring break, and it's Monday. It's opening night, and there's 2 options. You can stay inside the casino and watch the national championship game in men's basketball, or you can go out to Cashman Field, because that's the year that the Oakland A's, their stadium wasn't ready because they were renovating it for the Raiders' return, and so they had to play an entire homestand on the road. They played it in Las Vegas, and I convinced one of my friends to go out to Cashman Field to catch opening night. It was so cold and so windy, but we didn't care because it was opening night. And, yeah, there's a national championship. One of my friends is like, no, I'm staying inside the casino and I'm watching basketball. And I convinced another friend to go out to Cashman Field to watch an opening night at a minor league ballpark, which is just one of my best memories.
Aww.
So, and I think about all the other different opening nights that I've had and what they've meant to me for where I was in my life, where I was with my career, the many, many, many different jobs that I've had in my life. And it's just this feeling of new, that's what makes the calendar of baseball so fun, is you start the season and you're planting flowers in a garden and it's starting to warm up and you've got your allergies, and it's just spring hopes eternal about what the year might be for you and your family and your friends and your team. And so all of those kind of warm, fuzzy feelings is what I associate opening night.
The greatest story ever told is Game 6 of the 2011 World Series.
Here we go again.
It goes without contest that is the greatest story ever told, at least on this planet. The second greatest story is ever being written, and it is right now, as Albert Pujols returns to the St. Louis Cardinals to bookend his career in the most poetic way possible. Josh, will you talk to me about the significance of this, not just in my life, but yours?
Well, I think the other significance is that the Angels are finally going to make the playoffs now that they don't have to pay for Albert Pujols.
It's ice cold. Sounds like a bitter lover. That's the way I see it right now.
No, I think it's really cool that he's going back. I think this is one of the benefits of there being the universal designated hitter is that he can go back to St. Louis. I don't think they're signing him if he has to play first base and be a pinch hitter, that is a DH. I think that they sign him. And I hope that he has a very good season, except for when he plays the Rockies.
Fun fact, Josh, since 2012, Cardinals games where Albert Pujols has been a designated hitter, they have averaged 29 runs.
Ooh.
It is a sample size of one game, but it's 100% true.
It is very true.
That's a good fact. By the way, I think the Angels are going to sneak up on teams and make the playoffs this year.
Oh, they got to go. I think the Mariners are a very solid store. Maybe, Josh. This is a very hard maybe from my perspective.
Need more pitching.
They got one guy who's a really good pitcher, but he's also the best hitter. He's confused.
Yeah. I mean, put it this way. Maybe it's just because as a baseball fan, I think the two most interesting stories in baseball are Mike Trout and Shohei Ohtani. They're teammates, and neither one of them has been to the playoffs in a really long time, right? Mike Trout's never won a playoff game, and it's easier to get in now that there's more teams that get there.
Mm-hmm.
And the Angels, right, I mean, they got Noah Syndergaard. They made some other additions to their bullpen. I like the Angels finally getting in, and I really just want to see what Ohtani and Trout can do in October.
I mean, I'm
not an Angels fan. I just feel like it'd be good for baseball, and I think there's a pretty somewhat realistic maybe chance of it happening.
Well, when half the teams get in, I mean, yes, it's pretty realistic. That's how I feel about it. They've got a pretty strong chance.
Yeah.
Josh Suchon, best in the absolute business all time ever, no matter what. Josh, you enjoy the rest of your day, and we're going to enjoy tuning into you what is going to feel like every single night for the rest of the summer, less Mondays.
Yeah, if someone doesn't like me, I'm sorry. You're about to hear me a lot the next 6 months.
We were looking at a little inside baseball for the Cut Loose. We know you got to go to a meeting. We were literally looking at the broadcast schedule, and we are preempted by Isotopes Baseball every day, all summer. So we went to the corporate office. We were like, should we just start the show earlier in the day? Like, can we? And they're like, and get rid of Colin Cowherd? No. It's like, okay, yeah, we got our value here. We understand. So. Josh, thank you so very much, friend.
What did that decision?
It's I think it came from the top. It's a Westwood One thing. Josh Suchon, voice of the Isotopes. Best of luck on your bus ride, buddy.
All right, thanks, dude. Talk to you guys soon.
Thanks, Josh.
I like him a lot.
You don't say.
I like him a lot.
About to hit 10 million fans. That is huge.
It's crazy.
That is so cool.
That is crazy.
I know a couple thousand of them are me.
I have been to, in my time here in Albuquerque, which is approaching 5 years, I have been to probably 12 games a year every year.
I was going to round up to 20.
I don't know if I maybe have been to 20. Let's say 15.
Okay.
So I've been to 75 games over the course of the almost 5 years I've been here. That's about right.
It's impressive.
That's about right. I'm going to a lot more this year, that's for certain.
That is for sure.
Life's a lot easier when you get paid to do it.
You don't say.
We're live from O'Neill's in Nob Hill. Well, it looks like work's starting to let out because either work or a sewing circle because there's a group of individuals of a certain age coming in to enjoy some festivities here at O'Neill's tonight. Thank you so very much to the YMCA of Central New Mexico where we start our days. I've been very bad this last week as I've been moving and super doing things, but I plan to stop that now that I'm done moving, and I'll be at the Y tomorrow morning and moving forward.
Now you can put all your attention to sabotaging the neighbor's dog.
Yeah, and I'm going to try to get a quote on solar power whenever I get a chance. 2 men on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Well, traffic right now, we've got crash Carlisle and Comanche. That's affecting the northbound lanes there. Also eastbound on I-40 as you approach Carlisle. We've got a crash there as well. Seeing slowdowns northbound on I-25 between the Sunport and Lomas this afternoon. And west of town, got those major slowdowns that start out by Route 66 Casino. Looks like things are getting better and traffic's starting to pick up a little bit, but there's still a lot of delays out there. So if you can, you might want to try to find an alternate route this afternoon.
We're all moving a little faster now.
Trust the team that's going to keep up with you on KOAT Action 7 News.
We're proud to bring you coverage you can count on from across New Mexico. Like a weather forecast that's certified most accurate and proven every day.
Start your day with more in the morning.
If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress, the largest selection of in-stock furniture in the state. Locally owned and operated. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
Finally, it's the Final Four.
Kansas Jayhawks are going to the Final Four.
We're not done yet.
North Carolina is heading back. The Villanova Wildcats are headed to the Final Four.
If you do win, you're going to remember us forever.
The Blue Devils are bound for the Big Easy.
This is your home for the NCAA tournament. 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Let's be honest, nobody likes to pay for parking. So when you head out of town, why would you pay twice as much to park at the Sunport when you can go to airport parking instead? Convenience? What's convenient about lugging your suitcase through the parking garage? The airport parking shuttle driver drops you off at the terminal door and will unload your bags for you. Now that's convenient. Shuttles to and from your vehicle run every 5 minutes. Don't waste money. Take exit 221 off I-25, then turn right at University to airport parking. Easier, quicker, smarter.
Susan, I'm sorry I'm late. Traffic is terrible.
It sure is. But on top of that, gas prices have been skyrocketing. I can't believe how expensive gas has gotten recently.
Prices at the pump are up, but I never pay full price for gas anymore. I just use the free Get Upside Gas app that pays you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you
1 minute.
Pay cash when
We're ready when you are,
the
Steph.
Get Upside app?
Yes, up to 25 cents a gallon cash back every time I
We're
buy
about to talk
gas.
Tom Brady.
Does it actually add up to anything?
I'll make $200 to $300 this year.
Wow.
There's a lot of hot Tom Brady takes.
I'm downloading the free Get Upside app now.
Download the free Get Upside app now in the App Store or Google Play to save up to 25 cents a gallon when you buy gas. Use promo code TIME for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's up to 50 cents a gallon on your first fill-up. You can cash out anytime to your bank account, PayPal, or any gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Get Upside app and use promo code TIME for up to 50 cents a gallon cash back on your first tank. That's code TIME.
I'm Aaron Jones, owner of International Protective Service, IPS.
Oh, okay.
In 2006, IPS started providing security for homeowners in Fort Hills.
That's a proper
16 years later, home and business owners all over Albuquerque trust IPS to protect what they've worked so hard to build. I'm from here. I'm passionate about making Albuquerque a safer place to live and work by watching your home or business with highly trained armed guards or 24-hour patrols. I'm committed to our city and to your protection. Call 897-2420 or go to ipsglobal.com.
Colin Cowherd, weekdays at 1.
Identity, you have none. What's your personnel look like?
95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Back live from O'Neill's in Nob Hill. Thank you to Josh Suchon for joining us, talking about Isotopes baseball. Rosters come out this weekend. Big media day this upcoming Saturday. Van, you're going. I'm not.
Yeah, you'll be out of town, unfortunately. So
I don't have a weekend because I have Highlands baseball or softball every weekend until the big awards ceremony, which we're hosting up there for the athletics, and that is on, I believe, May the 2nd. So that's one full month left.
I'm really excited for the gala, for the banquet.
It'll be good.
We're going to have a lot of fun.
It'll be good. And those athletes deserve it. I said that with Ron Atkins yesterday, who played quarterback for the Cowboys for a long time, and he played quarterback for the Gladiators this past week. Tough start for Ramon in his professional career. Tough start indeed.
Rough game for the Gladiators altogether.
Yeah. And then obviously they're playing again this weekend, and I think they have 3 more home games in a row because it was back to back to back to back. I just did the Chris Berman on home games in a row, but you'll be out there as well this upcoming Saturday.
Yeah, I'm wearing a lot of hats this Saturday, doing a lot of stuff.
One Isotope. Well, if you just had one 2-man-on hat, then you could wear it to everything.
Got a shirt.
It's not so bad.
And you can get a shirt too if you follow us at Talk ABQ.
Yeah, we give them out all the time. Actually,
share the link with a friend.
Yeah,
slide into our DMs and we'll send you a shirt.
Okay, I don't hate that at all.
Yeah.
So we got that going on this weekend, obviously, and then I will be calling softball for Highlands, but then I'm not available. So I'm not available Friday night starting at 7 p.m.
Okay.
So we're doing the show tomorrow from the Aardvark Social Club for Aardvark's rugby here in town. They got a big match on Saturday, which you're also going to.
Yes.
And then I am not available at 7 p.m. because that is the WrestleMania SmackDown, and I have to be able to watch the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, and then The Undertaker be inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame in real time, so I can tweet about it.
So if baseball's not done by the time WrestleMania starts, you just hand the microphone to some random dude in the crowd and say, go crazy?
If softball,
don't say the F word.
If softball is not over on Saturday by the time that WrestleMania starts, I go with the classic, I'm sorry we're experiencing tech.
Yeah, uh-huh.
And then I'm in my hotel room where I've already, because I arrived early, set up my Apple TV to be able to live stream via the Peacock app night one of WrestleMania, where I watch WrestleMania.
Okay, very important question.
Mm-hmm.
Are you bringing a bigger, nicer television than your hotel room has, or are you just going to trust that they have a decent one?
So I stay in this hotel room every week.
Okay.
And they give me the exact same one every time.
And it's
very nice.
Suffice.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's different tiers of hotel room.
Okay.
It was like the whatever $59.99, one bed, maybe someone smoked in there. Not worth it room, right?
Okay, first off, that's my jam.
Yeah, I know. I
like a little excitement.
Yeah.
I like a good hotel room where you got to go through the sheets and make sure there's no needles in it.
Uh-huh.
That's my jam.
So, all right. So I'm going to be by the way, we're talking about the Best Western in Las Vegas, New Mexico.
I live a life of excitement, Fred.
You also live a life. You and I stayed in a hotel room one time in Denver, and I was like, "Yeah, man, just let me hold on. I got my black light." And you were like, "Don't. I don't want to
Don't do it."
You're like, "Don't. Do not pull that thing out.
Nope.
Do not do it, Freddie." But, yeah, so I'll be up there, and then I will call 2 games on Sunday of New Mexico Highlands Cowgirl softball. Then WrestleMania that night.
Uh-huh.
So I'll stay up there that night because I can't miss any during drive time, obviously. Come back Monday morning, perform my Monday morning duties, which is prepare the show because we have a 30-minute show on Monday.
It's a rough one.
Hand it off to the national championship.
Yep.
Which I think we have a plan for. I think we might go down to Bourbon and Boots. Rich Baca asked us to come down and hang out with him and his boys, so we'll see what's up with that. And then I will leave that early so that I can go watch WrestleMania Raw, the Raw following WrestleMania, and then I will have watched pro wrestling Friday through Monday in its entirety.
So WrestleMania is 2 days now, right?
It's technically yes, but actually it's 4.
It's okay. You count Monday and the Friday before?
Yeah, you bookend it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do they get like a week off after that, or it's just straight business?
No, they're back on Friday.
So they do Monday and Friday again, and there's
no off season in the wrestling world. There's no of that world. So there you go. This is literally my favorite weekend of the year.
It's WrestleMania.
Yeah.
It's a big deal if you like wrestling. It's the biggest of deals.
Tuesday and Wednesday recover, and then you and I are hosting our annual Van's Backyard Opening Day Baseball Bonanza for the boys, featuring barbecue and beers.
Correct. A lot of bees.
Yeah, and that will be a very good day.
I'm so excited. That's my favorite day of the year.
Yeah.
And all the hoopla surrounding the Super Bowl, and it's such a big deal for people who don't care about sports. If you're an actual baseball fan, opening day is better than the Super Bowl.
Oh, I agree completely.
Super Bowl is only 3 hours. Opening day is 12.
When Josh was telling that story about skipping the national championship via a TV to go see live opening day baseball, 100% every time.
Every time.
Not even close.
I don't even care about the weather.
No.
I don't care about the teams.
And I'm the guy who can afford 5G on my iPad. So cool, maybe I'll take my iPad and also watch the national championship, but I'm at the baseball game.
Naturally. Yeah, but I think when Josh was telling his story about opening day and choosing baseball over the national championship, he made it sound like it was before smartphones. So I don't think he had that option. I think he had to make a hard decision with an opening day or national championship and chose correctly, as far as I'm concerned.
If only
now they just bring a TV.
We will have like 12 TVs at the Backyard Barbecue and Opening Day Bash featuring beer and the boys, which the alliteration changes every time that I describe it. But yeah, we do a whole little deal. We set up the whole thing. It's a lot of fun.
It is a lot of fun.
Friends of the show, select friends of the show invited.
Correct.
Yeah.
There'll be some invites going.
They're invitation only.
Yep.
And this is all, and it's not a pop-up. Like if people know where you live, well, if they know where you live, they're probably invited. I mean, it's not like strangers don't know where you live.
And Superfan out there, friend of the show, Day Oneer, if somehow you did some creepy internet research and you know where I live, I'll reward you for your effort. You can come hang out.
And then teach us how to look up geotags.
Yeah. And then show me how I did it.
We do not understand
I miss
that.
my ex.
The short one when we get back is the Brady Arians feud. And a lot of people are saying it's over. A lot of people have said that it's been won. But I'm going to tell you why there's more chapters of this book for certain. 2 men on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Mucinex Extended Release bilayer tablets allow for immediate and extended release, relieving chest congestion for 12 hours. Plus, Mucinex is eligible for any leftover HSA, FSA funds. Look for Mucinex, the #1 OTC brand doctors trust. Available at Target. This report is sponsored by Mucinex 12 Hour.
All right, well, taking a look at traffic this afternoon. We got some.
You guys have 3.5 minutes.
Mansion that is affecting your northbound lanes there. Eastbound on I-40, we got a crash as you approach Carlisle. We've got slowdowns on northbound I-25 between Sunport and Lomas this afternoon. Starting to see slowdowns now headed west on Paseo as you approach the river. And, of course, west of town, we've got that issues out by Route 66 Casino. It does look like traffic is starting to move much better through there, but we still got a lot of delays in that area. So watch out if you're headed west this afternoon.
This report is brought to you by The Sports Animal, streaming the NCAA tournament at sportsanimалabq.com. For all the NCAA tournament game action from the first four to the Final Four and championship games, Westwood One's radio coverage of the NCAA tournament is at 95.9 on FM, 610 on AM, and streaming at sportsanimалabq.com.
If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress. Shop in store or online at AmericanHome.com. They guarantee you'll pay less. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
This is Jim Rome of the CBS Sports Minute, sponsored by Get Upside. Download the Get Upside app right now and use the promo code SCORE for a limited $5 bonus. That's promo code SCORE. The U.S. officially clinched a spot in the World Cup last night. Shout out to Christian, Gio, Tyler, Zach, Ricardo, and the rest of the fellas. We did it. We did it. Yeah, I said we. I'm Jim Rome.
You can still buy illegal weed, though.
Somehow,
but own it legally.
Back in the news. Quote, the most toxic environment I've ever been a part of. It's disastrous here with the Jaguars. End of quote.
So the transaction of buying weed
environment ever
illegally is illegal.
But
then possessing afterwards is completely illegal.
Last time I ever have to talk about this guy, would you
That's
and I
weird.
both know that is an
I don't like
absolute
that.
Impossibility.
The Jim Rome Show.
What if they charge you
Weekdays at
tax?
10 on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
What if they're trying to go straight?
Is that spring you're feeling in the air? It certainly is. Time to get out, be active, and get
Yeah.
Guys, how you feeling? It's Jeff Symbieta. And gentlemen, are you ready for spring?
Griffin.
If not, if you're tired too often,
Yes, sir.
Do you smoke weed?
a few too many pounds,
Yes, sir.
you're dealing with erectile
So do you
dysfunction.
plan to only buy legal weed or still buy illegal
Helps
weed?
men all over the country deal with the
At this moment, I purchased it all.
652-1688.
All right, so Griffin's got a card
Numel,
apparently,
that's
so she's not even worried about it.
NUMALE.com. Wires.
Yeah, I have
Numel, because it works. Numel utilizes its industry-leading testosterone replacement to help men deal with these very.
All right, we're about to do a bit on this.
Fellas,
Griffin,
reality is
we're going to do.
I have my own garden.
Be affected.
Oh, Griffin's got a garden.
You don't have to succumb to them. Call Numel at
That's so smart.
505-65.
You had to, because what if they run out for recreational?
That's
They're
Griffin.
convenient.
That's what.
And it
So Griffin just said
works.
you said they're going to run
The
out.
results are real.
Yeah.
Call Numel at 505-652-1652.
Today was bulk buy day.
What does bulk buy mean?
Or visit Numel.
That some stores are having come and buy as much as you can before tomorrow.
Mexico.
Oh, we're about to do this whole bit.
Car Crafters has fixed.
Okay, you ready, Steph? You're going to get a lot of this
This was
segment.
started right here in Albuquerque in 1982, and to this day is still locally owned and operated.
A local
Oh, that's a
company
good
that
get.
receives national recognition. I guess I know who I'm calling when I'm in an accident.
Trust Car Crafters, 40 years in business, 5 locally owned New Mexico shops, and repairing every vehicle like it never happened.
Car Crafters.
It's up there.
Like it never happened.
I'm attorney Kevin Rowe. If the insurance company's treated you fair after you've been in an accident,
30 seconds.
it. They have teams of adjusters, investigators, and attorneys that are all working against you and want to pay you as little as possible for your injuries. When we call, the insurance companies listen. We'll fight hard to get you all the money you deserve and to keep you out of the courtroom. Don't settle for less. Call Lerner Rowe Injury Attorneys today at 544-4444.
Hey, this radio thing falls through. Can I get a job selling solar? No, you do not. You asked me to consult on one thing.
He's already recruited the both of us.
It wasn't a formal.
Back to you guys.
Sports Animal.
Back live from O'Neill's. We had some friends of the show show up, and the friends of the show are like, "This beer's pretty good." We're like, "Yeah, it's pretty good beer. It's like a good little O'Neill's, a good little spot." And the friend of the show says, "This beer will be a lot better tomorrow, and I can legally buy weed." Like what?
Have you ever tried beer, man? On weed?
I forgot. So, hey, like full transparency for the listener in front of the show. I don't smoke weed. I just don't do it. So, but I know that, and I had forgotten, but weed is legal tomorrow.
Yeah.
In the state of Albuquerque or New Mexico?
Well, all of
both of
the whole state.
Okay,
both of them. Yes, both states.
So what do you?
Stephanie, I think he's high already.
And I don't and I know a lot of people for a long time. There was like a scam or a scheme, right? Where a doctor would be like, "Yeah, I'm a doctor, and if you give me $50, I'll give you you can buy weed card." And that was also I have an allergy shot if you think this fixes your allergies.
As far as I know you're not a drug guy.
No, I don't do drugs.
You say that ad nauseum.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the only time you've ever had any weed in your system is when you had COVID and I brought you some edibles.
Yeah, that's 100%
That's
true.
the only time. And
Griffin,
you use it as strict medicine.
Allegedly, when I had COVID-19, the December of 2020, I had severe lower back pain, Griffin, and what I thought was from me laying on the couch being sore, and Van was like, "Well, I will allegedly bring you some edible, gummable weed." But as it turns out, Griffin, it wasn't that I had a sore back; it's that I had kidney failure,
organ failure. Yeah, weed doesn't help organ failure.
It did not help at all. I ended up in the hospital. Oh, God, it sucked. Oh, so help me out here, boys. Does this mean that there will be no more? All the weed will sell out tomorrow, right? That's what the rumor I just heard is that there will be no weed left for consumption because you can't just buy weed at the Walmart. There's no Kirkland brand weed.
So I'm not like a everyday smoker, stoner dude, but I was still excited for Colorado.
Okay.
And I'm assuming it's going to be like when Colorado got legal and people from across the country went there and hoping they would walk into a dispensary and it'd be friggin' Wonka land for weed, but it's just like a store.
Well, hold on.
It's just like a store.
No one from Colorado is going to drive down to New Mexico to buy weed.
But a lot of people from Oklahoma and Texas and Arizona are going to hop right over here.
Yeah, but they're not going to come to Albuquerque, right?
Well, not with that attitude.
That's what I'm saying. The guy from Preston is not going to drive over and be like, "Let me get that weed."
Yes, they will.
They will?
There will be so many people.
will.
Yeah. All right, so Griffin, let me get this straight.
Also, not supposed to transport it over state lines. Also, no one cares. No one's ever cared.
If you're from Winslow, Arizona, right now you're standing on the corner.
Smoking a joint.
And you're like, "Oh my God, I'm almost out of joint. I better
Better hop on Route 66. Head east."
Griffin, do you know anyone that has a medical card?
Yes.
Okay. Now, this person, hypothetically you or not you or someone you know, are there a concern that they won't be able to get their medically prescribed weed because dispensaries won't be reserving weed for medical purpose and they'll just be selling for recreational purpose for the gains?
Yeah, there is a concern, I think. I mean, I know a lot of dispensaries are trying to put out there that they're going to keep a certain amount for patients,
okay,
separate from recreational. However, I mean, the bottom line that they need to make money.
They need to make money.
Are they going to be like, "Oh, we're at our recreational limit, we're going to stop it," and the line's going around the corner? And I mean, I think it's going to be hard.
I think
you're going to have to stock up, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, you have to stock up, and you have to treat it like a reserve, like doctors did in the late '90s and early 2000s with OxyContin. when they're just handing them out like candy. And they're like, no, we need to save 3 of these. Like 3 dudes need this.
Well, Griffin, Van.
I think it'll die down eventually.
Yeah.
Guys, weed doesn't just grow on trees, okay?
They're bushes.
Okay, never mind. It actually
They're very
does.
small trees.
That's 100% my fault. From the live chat, Craig said, friend of the show, Craig, by the way, is very funny in the live chat. He says he's staying off the road for the next 2 weeks until the hype dies down.
Sure.
I get that. I remember.
Not because weed smokers are dangerous drivers.
Aren't they?
Because it's just going to be going so slow.
Oh, yeah.
People just like at a stoplight forgetting that they're driving.
Check the
and
traffic.
Just sitting there like, man, this music all sounds like just a bunch of car horns, man. This is weird.
So, Griffin, the person...
It's car horns.
It is car horns.
It's actually car horns.
Griffin, the person you know that may or may not have the access to the medical card for marijuana purchase, did they have to go like specific places? Are these the same places you go recreationally, or is there now like, can you just get it at like the drive-through of like the coffee shop?
So I think there's a lot of new shops that are opening just tomorrow.
Oh,
day
yeah.
1 tomorrow because they just got their recreational licenses.
Right.
But then you can also still go to the dispensaries that are currently open. They will start recreational tomorrow.
Okay. Well, now you know.
So there's not like just some super steadfast, reputable place. It's like, no, we are medical only. This is only medicine.
Shut up.
This is not for fun.
I bet you we will see a Walmart pop up or a Walgreens that starts selling it. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
So for the layman me, right? I've never bought marijuana. I don't know how to do it. If I were to walk into like a supplier, a grocery for marijuana, I would say one marijuana, please, and I would present monies, but I don't know how much monies that cost. But would I be laughed out?
No, they would have a menu. I mean, they would
A
literally
menu?
tell you what is in it, what like the orange terpenes, they will go down to site. They love it. They geek out on it.
She's 100% right on that.
It's like walking in the Apple store.
Exactly.
Okay, I got it.
If you walk in with no knowledge,
yeah,
there'd be a dozen people there just ready to embrace you. And it's like, hey, what do you want to do? Do you want to chill? Do you want to clean your house, bro? Like, how you feeling?
2 men on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
All right, well, taking a look at traffic this afternoon, we've got some issues out there. We've got that crash, Carlisle at Comanche. That is affecting your northbound lanes there. Eastbound on I-40, we got a crash as you approach Carlisle. We've got slowdowns on northbound I-25 between Sunport and Lomas this afternoon. Starting to see slowdowns now heading west on Paseo as you approach the river. And, of course, west of town, we've got that issues out by Route 66 Casino. It does look like traffic is starting to move much better through there, but we still got a lot of delays in that area. So watch out if you're headed west this afternoon.
This message is brought to you by Blake's Lottaburger. We're making life sweeter. Blake's Lottaburger is blending strawberry cheesecake milkshakes. It's our rich and creamy strawberry milkshake blended with a slice of real cheesecake. Strawberry cheesecake milkshakes from Blake's Lottaburger. Available for a limited time.
If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress, the largest selection of in-stock furniture in the state. Locally owned and operated. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
This is Jim Rome with your Rome Report. Bruce Arians is stepping down as the Bucs head coach, and you cannot tell me that Tom Brady's return has got nothing to do with that. Or did Brady, quote, retiring in the first place had nothing to do with his relationship with Arians? We could talk about Todd Bowles taking over and what that means for their Super Bowl chances, but that doesn't really change them a ton, according to Vegas. Let's be real instead. The only thing that matters is the connection between Brady suddenly unretiring and Arians suddenly retiring. You cannot tell me these two things aren't connected. Brady unretires in mid-March and Arians retires at the end of March, but they're not connected? Get out of here with that. March is not when a head coach retires, unless something dramatically changes in March. These things are all absolutely connected, and no one anywhere with half a brain believes otherwise.
The CFOs that get it, get it. The CFOs that don't. Behold the CFO, the Chief Financial Officer. This isn't some bean counter. Today's CFO is critical to the strategy, growth, and profitability of the business. But in growing companies, there are two kinds of CFO. One who's struggling to keep up with spreadsheets everywhere, manual processes, errors, and lack of visibility into the numbers. It takes weeks to close the books. And one who's on top of their game. Automated reports, inventory, e-commerce, and HR flow.
Yes, sir.
What's the rule on being high on a broadcast?
This CFO uses
Oh, I don't need
visibility
that.
and control of your financials, inventory.
Now, I know with drinking, I was told years ago I just can't be the one broadcasting it. I can't be producing.
Financial system used by over 29,000 growing.
Does that ring a bell to you?
Like I said.
No.
Get it. Don't.
They've never told me any of that.
Play for a special
We should have a formal sit down.
financing offer. NetSuite.com/play. NetSuite.com/play.
We don't get drug tested, do we?
If your child is enjoyed remote learning,
I've never been drug tested.
I've never been
it's
drug
time
tested.
to consider what's best. During that time, Calvary Christian Academy has been open with in-person learning. With small teacher-to-student ratios, the students get to engage with their peers, which CCA believes is the best way to learn. Calvary Christian
Hey, do you want to go to the Harlem
Academy is a
Globetrotters?
close community teaching with a biblical foundation. Open enrollment for next school year is on
Me
now.
too.
Your child can go to school
April
at Calvary
15th. When is
Christian
that?
Academy. For tours and more information, visit Calvary Christian
That's a
Academy,
Friday.
abq.org.
Target
The
baseball.
25K payday. Text this national keyword to 95819 right now.
Fun. F-U-N. Fun.
K240BL Albuquerque is 95.9 FM. 610 KNML Albuquerque. The sports animal.
Red light.
Sports Animal, your afternoon drive. Number 2, men on, Van Nunley and Fred Slow. And in the on-deck circle, Robert D. Gibson.
This is Two Men On with Van Nunley and Fred Slow.
What? Boys are live at O'Neill's in Nob Hill. Good baseball talk to start the program. Got away from it a little bit with the legalization of weed. Back at it now, though. Arians v. Brady. Van, who you got?
I think it's a push. Nope. Obviously, Brady's the winner. But
I mean, obviously.
Arians is like, he won a Super Bowl. He's still getting paid. I don't see how that's that big of an L.
I don't think it's that big of an L. Tom Brady needed this, though. All the best players get rid of their coaches at some point.
Yeah, and you know they can't say anything. Of course it's going to be all sunshine and rainbows at the press conference.
Sunshine, lollipops,
and Bruce Arians said all the right things today. There's no beef. There's no drama. He's been planning this for years.
Right
he loves to see his guys succeed.
Secession.
Yeah, succession.
Hey, when a guy says Arians says secession.
But guess who's in the front row staring him down? Tom Brady.
The king.
Yeah.
You know, Michael Jordan got rid of Doug Collins.
Heavy lies the crown.
What do you do? Why did you do it with an accent like that?
Well, because that's Jack Nicholson from
that was not
The
a very
Departed.
good Jack Nicholson.
That was a perfect one.
I don't like that at all. I don't like
How
that
would you know?
movie.
You've only seen it once.
The Departed?
Yeah.
I did see it one time.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
You can judge me on Gladiator quotes because that's the only movie you've ever seen twice.
You know what I like is a rat. Like, I think that's from the movie.
Okay.
That's what I remember about The Departed was there was this, they showed Jack Nicholson. Nicholas.
One of them was in it.
What? I'm going to go with Nicholas.
Son.
Yeah, so Jack Nicholson is a golfer.
No.
Got it. So the movie, as it starts, it's Jack Nicholson, and then there's a rat running. And you're like, oh, this is literally the worst symbolism in the history of filmmaking. There is zero effort put into this bad boy.
At the beginning and end. Of the movie.
It's garbage.
It's my second favorite
God,
movie.
You have no standard for film. Like,
The Departed? That's a great movie.
No, it's I just told you I was terrible in the opening scene.
I'll tell you what, I know. I bet it.
You know what?
Friend of the show, Craig's favorite movie.
Okay.
About Boston.
How do you two feel about Ratatouille? So, Tom Brady and Bruce Arians.
Was that France?
Well, I think they had a rat in it. Mickey Mouse joke.
Okay.
So, Bruce Arians, who is 69 years old, right, boys? And he has worked really hard every day of his life to get to where he is. What he identifies as his level of success, he found with his own approach, and he absolutely killed it to get there. He is a Super Bowl winning coach in the most competitive league of all time, and he does not have the humility or understanding to recognize that everyone else doesn't have to work as hard as him like Tom Brady, because it all comes so gosh darn naturally to him, and his life is easy and wonderful, and Bruce Arians needs to get off his lawn when it comes to yelling at Tom Brady about how to go to work.
Okay, important question.
Yeah.
In 5 years, people forget that Bruce Arians was a Super Bowl winning coach when Todd Bowles takes over and has so much success. Do we remember Bruce Arians as a football coach or a British hat enthusiast? Because he wears a lot of Tams.
Yeah.
He wears a lot of Newsies. He wears a lot of Derbies.
Tripoli? Is that a hat?
Tripoli?
Is that a hat?
I think that was in the war.
A bowler?
Tripoli. Bowler, that's a hat.
Okay.
Bowler's like a Charlie Chaplin hat.
I'm into that.
Yeah.
The takeaway is, and it's only this, Bruce Arians don't know how to lead people. Because if you got a guy like Tom Brady, and we're not talking any of those joke quarterbacks they were cycling through in whatever team Bruce Arians was ever with. We were talking about the greatest to ever play the game. And if he tells you, hey, coach, I don't need to sit down and watch film with you and get critiqued on every read that I miss. Sure. You know what you do if you're Bruce Arians? You say, yes, sir. Sorry, sir.
Yeah.
I forgot that I was talking to the Michael Jordan of the NFL. But you don't say it sarcastically because it's 100% true.
100% true, yeah. And my favorite thing about Bruce Arians' legacy, besides his love of headwear, is his support for minority coaches. Because he had, count them, not one but two,
fedora
people of color as his coordinators. You know, all the hubbub about
First Lady, too.
The Rooney Rule, the first female, correct.
Yep.
He's very progressive. So I think that's going to be a huge check mark on his legacy. And I think it's crazily ironic that the only coach with two people of color as a coordinator, his last name is Aryan.
Well, I mean, that's fine.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty weird.
There's a lot of coaches named White. I mean, that's whatever.
Okay.
The thing is, you gotta be able to read the room, and you lost your job because of a stubborn T that wouldn't allow you to recognize game. Like Dream Team, right? 92, best basketball team that's ever played.
Yep,
played in the Olympics.
Sure,
40-point victories every game.
Yep.
No problem.
Yep.
Game recognizes game, and you don't have game if you don't recognize game. Famously, Magic Johnson said about everyone on the Dream Team. Bruce Arians don't have no game. Bruce Arians was fortunate enough to ride the coattails of Tom Brady to a Super Bowl. Bruce Arians ain't crap.
He's a very accomplished, successful coach. His whole career as a coordinator on his way up, played on great teams, was a coordinator for other Super Bowl teams. Very successful. But you don't go to war with the GOAT. You don't go to war with the GOAT because you see what happens. Tom Brady could GM and coach and D-coordinator and quarterback that team all at the same time. He doesn't need a coach.
Well, he's got to be the assistant coach now, right? I'm not even joking.
Well, he is. He's a coach in the locker room. He's been a coach. What do you think? After his third, fourth, fifth year, he started coaching his own team.
His first year, he won a Super Bowl.
Well, he wasn't a coach then yet. I think a few years in, Tom Brady's already a coach of his offense.
And that's why
they 15 years ago.
So that's why they put Bowles in the HC spot instead of Leftwich.
D guy. Yeah.
This is why Arians wins, because Arians is nobody and nothing, and he got everything out of it. He got the chip. He's now sitting in this comfy front office job. He's having press conference today where he's throwing jabs at the media. That's why this is a thing. Bruce Arians is the big winner here because he even low-key, when Tom Brady retired, and by the way, Tom Brady did not retire. Tom Brady stepped away and went to management and said, yeah, I'm ready to come back tomorrow. Let's not make it look too weird, though. Get rid of that guy. That's what happened.
Well, I think what happened with the whole Brady situation is somebody outside of the circle referred to themselves as inner circle and said he's going to retire. And then, of course, it's the biggest news in the world, especially the sports world. And, of course, every station has to leak it and start talking about it when he had no idea whether he's coming back or not. I think they put pressure on him to choose.
I don't know if I'm buying it, though, man, because I don't think anything has happened in Tom Brady's world in the last 20 years that Tom Brady didn't want to happen. I think he has that much control.
He does, but
Even
that was an
game.
accident.
I don't know, man.
The retirement leak was an accident. All right, to what end? Cui bono?
I don't know what that word is, but
that means who benefits?
Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he gets the coaching one. The winner in Tom Brady versus the world is Tom Brady. The world does not beat Tom Brady. Period. Because I can show you a track record where he doesn't. Even when he cheats the game, he does not lose.
I mean, and that roster that he joined a couple years ago, if they add a couple more defensive pieces, they're the favorite for the Super Bowl again.
Tom Brady took the skill that was cap manipulation in New England down to Tampa Bay. They somehow got in under the cap. He's running all these players. He fake retires for a day, calls ownership and says, hey, you got to get rid of Bruce Arians because if you don't, you're going to be stuck with Jimmy Garoppolo from the 49ers. By the way, he used to play with Jimmy Garoppolo. I promise you he's garbage. I'm going to take a couple weeks. I'm going to come back. Hey, first, though, what I'm going to do is I got this touchdown ball. I'm going to sell it. Let me get $500,000 off this thing real quick. Then I'm going to come back. Then we're going to wait 2 weeks until there's a news story that's bigger than what we could possibly do here in the NFL. But they're like, what could be bigger than you, Tom Brady? You are the NFL. Will Smith smacks Chris Rock across the face. Your door's wide open. Bruce Arians 9 days before the draft is out. And Bowles, who was already there, is like, oh, I'm ready, guys. Like, we know you're ready. We told you 90 days ago.
Okay, Freddie. I think you're on to something here.
You don't say.
Okay, you're on to something here. I just put these few little pieces together. He announces his retirement hours after Ben Roethlisberger.
Mm-hmm.
He announces he's coming back hours after Aaron Rodgers.
Mm-hmm.
He says he's officially unretiring on Selection Sunday of March Madness. And then the Will Smith thing happens, and then his coach gets fired.
Can't shine if the spotlight's not on you.
Oh, my goodness. Okay. I hate to admit it, Fred, you're right.
I'm 100% right. I know how work works.
Okay, what today? 3:31. 22. Van admitted Fred was right at 5:11 p.m.
The whole thing's a work, man.
This is a big deal.
And here's who I feel bad for. Literally no one. Because everyone comes out ahead. Bowles gets the job. Leftwich is going to be lined up for the next one because he's going to be able to go to next year when half these teams fire their coaches again because half these teams think they can be the best team in the NFL next season because the NBA does it so very well. And Leftwich is going to say, hey, listen, I've been through some crazy stuff.
Yeah.
I handled Tom Brady. I don't know if you know about this Bruce Arians cat, but he was a nut job, loser, hack, who ended up going to the front office and somehow still being my boss. But this dude Todd over here, he's cool.
Todd's cool.
I got his back.
Todd's always been cool.
All day, all night. By the way, we gave Leonard Fournette record-breaking money for some reason because I know how to manipulate the cap. Let me take the skills I learned from Tom Brady and bring them to you. I'm 100% in. Because it's the way it's got to be, man. Like, if Tom Brady says, and I'm sorry to railroad you here, if Tom Brady says, hey, do this organization, no matter what this is, you do it.
Yeah.
Every day when I walk into my locker, I need peeled and prepared avocados right there. They're there every day.
We're changing our name from Buccaneer to Dollar for Corn.
Deal. I don't know that reference.
Buccaneer.
Okay.
I'll show myself out.
Absolutely terrible.
That made me laugh.
No, Griffin. No. More NFL news. Where we come back around from it. Haven't got a chance yet today to thank New Mexico Pinon for being a part of the program. Pinon Coffee is, it's a staple at my new apartment, Van. Let me make sure I got that clear. Here's my plan tomorrow.
Hey, did you re-up on your coffee? Or are you still pouring out of your Keurigs?
So I gave all the K-Cups I gave all to Vital, and then he took a week off.
Yeah, okay, nice.
Yeah, so kind of sus.
A highly caffeinated week off.
But no, I got the big bag. But I go with the ground boys because I know you ground your own because you're so hip or whatever.
Correct. Yes.
I don't have time for that
Both
kind of energy.
Those things.
So I just
I've been enjoying those Cape Pods. That traditional.
Nice. Steph got them.
Yeah, there you go, Griffin. So I'm a 2-scooper, 1 scoop, 2 scoop, and then with the way I can make coffee in this cabinet because I can run. It don't matter. Long story short is I got my own little cubby for coffee, and it's New Mexico Pinon. 2 Men On 95.9 FM, AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Do you have a property you'd like to sell? We can make you a cash offer in minutes. Visit us at WeBuyNewMexico.com. That's WeBuyNewMexico.com. Let us make you a cash offer.
Brought to you by WeBuyNewMexico.com. Let them make you an offer on your house today.
The traffic right now, we've got that crash westbound on Paseo as you approach golf course. We're seeing slowdowns there. Also slowdowns this afternoon northbound on I-25 between Gibson and about Central. And west of the city, things getting better, but we've still got slowdowns between Atrisco Vista and Route 66 Casino on westbound 40. So watch out for that if you're headed out that way this afternoon.
Start your new year with a new space. Make your 2022 home projects happen with a home equity loan or line of credit from Kirtland Federal Credit Union. Learn more at kirtlandfcu.org/home equity. Kirtland Federal Credit Union. You belong.
This report is brought to you by Kirtland Federal Credit Union.
If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress. Shop in store or online at AmericanHome.com. They guarantee you'll pay less. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
Finally, it's the Final Four.
Kansas Jayhawks are going to the Final Four.
We're not done yet.
North Carolina is heading back. The Villanova Wildcats are headed to the Final Four.
If you do win, you're going to remember us forever.
The Blue Devils are bound for the Big Easy.
This is your home for the NCAA tournament. 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
All right, you got burgers and you got basketball. So what do these two things have in common? Well, let's be honest. Some burgers taste like shoe leather, but others, like the ones at Rebel Burger, are perfect for watching basketball and even the shoe leather to those really tall guys trying to win a championship. Rebel Burger grinds its 100% Angus beef in-house daily, ensuring that you get the freshest, highest quality burger anywhere. Hey, it's a slam dunk winner of the tastiest burger in the land. And this weekend, Rebel Burger is a great place to go to watch the culmination of college basketball's big tournament with other burger-loving hoops fans. Rebel Burger is located inside the Rebel Entertainment Center on Alexander Boulevard.
Hey, you know what we should do on Monday?
Big screens everywhere.
We should go pre-record it.
Right there. What else do you need? Oh, wings. Rebel Burger's got those too. And if your competitive juices are flowing, try to down the Jawbreaker, Rebel's 5-patty monster. This Friday, Rebel Burgers are sweet deals. So hit up our station website at 9 a.m. and get $50.
I don't want to go in at 4 for 30 minutes on Monday.
You know what I'm going to do?
I'd rather go in when the morning show gets over.
Then go back and do that for more hoops. And of course, another Rebel Burger. I think I'm the one who deserves a trophy. March is known for
do that immediately after the show.
Jersey Mike's and those of you who love their subs will raise money nationwide for special.
That's what's going to keep it the most green.
Donate through the app or on your next visit to the Jersey Mike's near you. And on March 30th, all sales will be donated to Special Olympics. All month, Jersey Mike's will announce special offers on Twitter. Don't forget every Jersey Mike's sub is made with freshly sliced meats and cheeses. Nothing pre-made, everything from scratch. Order on the app and earn points for free subs. The month of giving shows why Jersey Mike's is a sub above.
Metaphor for your business's journey. Sometimes it feels like the world is throwing everything it has at you. And to succeed, you need someone to guide you through. That's what Dell Technologies advisors do. They have the Windows PCs and tech
So my schedule opens up in May.
You're up against and get you safely to where you want to be.
Also,
Call an advisor today at 877-ASK-DELL.
Sebastian just started a new job too, and he said he can golf all the time now. That Della Davis got released and he's going to want to golf.
11 Pro.
Mrs. Fogelman, ready to hustle for that muscle.
Membership numbers at Sly's Gym have been racking up.
22 people have signed up for 6 a.m. buns of steel.
Now he needs more certified trainers to do all the heavy lifting.
I'm going to have to bulk up my staff.
Indeed can help him hire great people fast.
I need it.
What's EAT?
Indeed you do. Our hiring platform instantly connects you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
The Duke City's home for sports. 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Back live from O'Neill's. Been a good program thus far. Antonio Brown told TMZ. You familiar with TMZ, Van?
Very.
They're the best.
They went from a joke to like the most reputable news source in the country.
I would agree with that. TMZ doesn't bring you anything unless they know it.
Hey, by the way, 6 o'clock. I'm really excited for this conversation that we get to have with Justin Eitri, local musician who's going to help with the concert for Ukraine fundraiser. It's this Saturday, 11 a.m., 9 p.m. at the Ancora Cafe and Bakery, 148 Quincy Street, Suite B. He's going to come on with us at 6 and talk about it.
What's the address? Quincy Street? What is it?
148 Quincy Street.
Q-U-I-N-C-Y?
Just 148. Q-U-I-N-C-Y.
What?
Quincy. Just like the normal Quincy.
No, I never heard of that.
It's 148.
I'm looking it up. Oh, okay. I know exactly where this is. Right off Central.
Yeah?
It's actually very close to here. It's kind of down by like where Central and I guess like San Mateo come together.
Yeah, like East Nob Hill area.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll check it out. I mean, the good parties. So Antonio Brown told TMZ, because no one's reporting on Antonio Brown, he's just telling people about himself.
Sure.
What a stupid way to do anything. If you ever go to anyone and be like, Google me, bro, and you're like, it's only your website.
Yeah, it's you.
It's you.
It's you.
It's like, what do you? No one is covering you. You're making yourself easily findable via Google.
You're talking directly to me, aren't you?
Yes.
Like, are you referring to me? What I do?
Yeah, man. Yeah, you can listen to the show on Spotify. Yeah, because you put it up there. No one did that for you. I used to have a buddy who was in a band. Let me rephrase this because I don't want to say buddy. I used to know a guy who was in a band. Be like, I'm on that Touch Tunes over there. I'm like, because you submitted.
You just put it there.
That's not impressive.
This is the only one. Because you physically put it there.
You can download me on that app. I know.
Yeah, I know I have that option.
Yeah.
I know how the app works. I'm not going to do it.
No, not interested at all.
Not whatsoever.
Appreciate the idea and the effort, though. So Antonio Brown, who's putting himself on Touch Tunes, told TMZ that he needs an ankle surgery, but he hasn't got it, and he won't get it until a team signs him. What?
Why?
What?
Why?
That is stupid.
Fix your ankle, Antonio. It will be way more likely somebody signs you if you don't have an injured ankle.
Now, to be fair, logic and reasoning has been his strong suit for a long time.
I'm sorry, what was that? Strike that, reverse it.
Remember the time he froze his feet off?
Yeah, his feet almost came off.
Oh, gosh. And also, like, what is the point of putting someone else on you as a stipulation for fixing your... Do you plan to, for the rest of your days, walk around with one broken ankle?
Yeah.
What? Antonio Brown, what?
That's a really weird stipulation.
You remember when Tom Brady was like, hey, we need Antonio Brown on the Buccaneers and we'll win Super Bowls? And Bruce Arians was like, I'm actually going to let that dude go. And Tom Brady was like, okay,
cool.
I'm not going to forget this.
I remember that. I mean, how could you not after those antics? He took off his shirt, threw his clothes into the crowd, and then left the stadium. That's not like a gray area offense where you're like, well, this idiot burned all the skin off of his feet. I bet we can forgive that. It's a one-off accident. No, that was a giant middle finger to him and the organization.
A one-off accident is when you dye your mustache blonde like Hollywood Hulk Hogan when he turned evil and became the NWO leader. That's a accident that Antonio Brown did.
I don't think that's an accident. That seemed like very on purpose.
Well, it was stupid as well. What
did he like trip and like hit his mustache and bleach?
No.
That's all?
You remember when Hulk Hogan used to shoe polish the beard part when he became evil?
100%.
And it was the coolest look, like, of all things ever.
I mean, to you, it probably was.
I mean, as far as bad guys go, that is like a very, like, iconic bad guy look.
I don't think iconic is when it's unique to one person.
You think Hulkamaniacs were unique to pro wrestling?
No, when he did the beard thing. I think that's not iconic. Obviously, Hulkamania is iconic.
So hold up.
Obviously, the shirt ripping is iconic. Obviously, slamming Andre the Giant's iconic.
Super iconic.
Shoe polishing your beard is not iconic.
I think if it is cosplayed, then it's iconic. So, like, there's only one red Terminator eye, right? But if you go to, like, a sci-fi fest, lots of people have the red Terminator eye. That makes it iconic.
Okay, well, I would know about the red Terminator eye. If I saw a dude with a shoe polish beard and a blonde mustache, I'd be like, all right, I'm keeping my eye on this weirdo. I wouldn't know what it was.
I think I would know right away.
Well, you would, because you're a wrestling mark. Of course you would know that.
What's up in the muttons, bro?
I wouldn't. I'd be like, oh, man.
In other news that's barely NFL newsworthy, Bobby Wagner signs a 4-year deal with the Rams, which is really a 1-year deal because that's how the NFL works. And also when linebackers sign with teams, why do I even bring it up? Because it means nothing.
Yeah, you're not a big linebacker fan. We understand that, historical friend of the show here.
There's nothing about linebackers at all. $65 million, $50 million worth up to $65 for possibly 5 years.
So I would like to have both of them on my team, but if you made me choose Bobby Wagner or Von Miller, I would choose Bobby Wagner, and the Rams got him for cheaper.
I only today learned who that is.
He's very good. He's been very good for a long time.
Bobby Wagner?
Yeah.
No, he is not.
Yeah.
He played in Seattle.
Yes.
They've never won. How can you be good on a team that doesn't win? That means you're not good. The team's not good.
He's like a top 7 or 8 linebacker in the NFL. Pro Football Focus, I think, has him ranked 7th. He's very good.
I've heard you reference that website before, which obviously I've never visited. But to be able to rank the least important position in an order that matters seems asinine to me.
Okay, so if he's the 7th best, least important position, that's still really good.
Okay,
right now, as far as like people on Earth who are good enough to play.
Right now, there are fans in Seattle that are fans of the Seahawks, right?
Mm-hmm.
And also, my condolences to them.
Sorry.
But you're going to go, hey, do you remember the offseason when you lost Bobby Wagner? And they're going to be like, no, Russell Wilson
left.
That's what matters.
Well, I love they just punted their best player on offense and defense in the same year.
Who's the best player on defense?
That'd be Bobby Wagner.
Oh, God, that's a bad defense.
The aforementioned Bobby Wagner.
That is such a bad, awful, terrible defense with no star players.
How do you know? You just admitted you didn't know who he was until today.
You want me to run another list of losers that I don't know? I don't know who losers are. I can't name them. You're saying yes, but I can't do it because I don't follow losers like backup, outside, middle linebacker, hybrid edge rushers that sign 5-year fake deals with the Rams because it doesn't matter.
I mean, you obviously know who losers are. You just mentioned Hulk Hogan. No one knew who he was until he sued that website.
You're talking about Bubba the Love Sponge?
Yeah.
That's a whole nother thing.
Didn't he sue TMZ?
He didn't. No, it wasn't TMZ.
Who was it?
I mean,
I know you know.
No, I do know, but we're not going to go down this whole rabbit hole. I like how you talk to me like, hey, Fred, it's weird that you like know relevant stories from this niche media, which is pro wrestling, which, by the way, is not niche at all because we did our WrestleMania preview show this past week while you were out of town at Chance the Rapper.
You mentioned that was Tyler, the Creator. You mentioned you wanted to do a WrestleMania show, and I was like, oh, my God, I got to get out of town. What can I possibly do?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, Tyler's in Denver. Sweet. I don't have to talk or hear you talk about wrestling.
Busiest chat room ever, busiest live texter ever, because people love WrestleMania. This is the outlet that individuals need to celebrate pro wrestling and pro wrestling adjacent content.
Okay, I don't see crickets in the texture right now trying to defend you.
Because there are no crickets. There's people will come to and they'll be like, listen, the fact that Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar have to compete against each other for the unified title, yes, that's a talking point. You know what's not?
Is that really?
Bobby freaking Wagner.
We're talking about it on our show in the 5 o'clock hour.
Well, just so I can move the audience and friends of the show to the idea that linebackers don't matter. You know how like there's a lot of people out there that are like hate the NFL, because all lives matter. Like if you believe that all lives matter, then you hate the NFL. That's like 1 and 1.
Yeah, those Venn diagrams lap
like severely.
Really
yeah. The only thing that I agree with, like in that sentiment, is that all lives do matter, except for linebackers because they don't matter at all.
Linebackers don't matter.
They don't matter.
Okay.
Name one linebacker that has changed anything.
Okay, we've had this conversation before, and I'll just keep giving you the same answer.
It won't be Bobby Wagner.
Lawrence Taylor.
The one. There's one exception to every rule.
Ray
and that's
Lewis?
why this is who? The guy that killed a guy? The guy that can't talk?
Allegedly. Hold on. Allegedly. Let's not get sued here. Allegedly killed a guy. Two Men On does have legal representation, but we don't want to use it.
I just don't for a second. I don't for a second believe that the Rams are like, cool, Bobby Wagner. It's a joke signing. It's a bad idea. And I don't at all think that the Rams have a chance of doing anything positive if they're going to burn $75 million. It's only $50 million. $50 million on a dude that plays 3 times every series. They get a first down. And by the way, lots of teams will get first downs versus the Rams. Oh, got to come off. We're going to rush the edge.
Oh, he's a middle linebacker. He stays on.
I just learned that he was a middle linebacker.
That's okay.
I had no idea.
You didn't know who he was until yesterday.
Because I thought they were all interchangeable.
But you have this, like, just grown over part of your brain with the word linebacker. You just hear the word linebacker and you immediately shut down.
People are like,
we need to, okay. I know this is breaking a lot of rules as far as medicine goes. Mostly HIPAA. There'd be a HIPAA violation. But I need to get you on a couch with a psychiatrist and, like, really talk linebacker with you and them.
And find out where the linebacker hurt me?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like your mom left your dad for a linebacker or something like that. Wait, where did this start? Where did this come from?
And I like how you're so, like, apologist for linebacker because, like, you've had many, like excursions in your life where you've, like, fallen in love with people built like linebackers. And you're like, I have a core connection to them.
Yes, I like a sturdy gal. If you can't help me with yard work, I don't want to do anything with you.
Chris Rock made his first public appearance since taking one off the chin from Will Smith, and we'll break that down play by play whenever we get back. Thank you so very much, O'Neill, for allowing us to be here today. We're live at the Nob Hill one. Starting to fill out. The bar's all filled up. It's just tables at this point. Like, come and get a table, but then put yourself on the wait list for the bar. 2 Men On, 95.9 FM and AM 610. What's the special for Sports Animal?
Why settle for one truck month when you can have month at Malloy Los Lunas, and nobody does truck month like Malloy Los Lunas. Chevrolet, Ford, Ram truck months, all at one location. Shop, compare, and save during Malloy Los Lunas Truck Month. MalloyLosLunas.com.
This report is brought to you by Malloy Los Lunas.
Traffic this afternoon, we've got a number of slow spots. Westbound on Paseo, we had slowdowns. They're going to start around Jefferson this afternoon, and they're going to go past Coors. Also slowdowns northbound on I-25, Gibson to Central. Southbound on I-25, Osuna to Montgomery's moving slow. Westbound on I-40 between the interchange and Rio Grande. That's a slow go. And we've still got that issue west of town with quite a bit of backups between the Tristo Vista and Route 66 Casino.
That's a good one, though.
If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress, the largest selection of in-stock furniture in the state. Locally owned and operated. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
Lay this big number with the Jazz. I'm Erin Hawksworth here to help you beat the books with BetQL. So the Jazz are struggling to the finish line, but tonight is a perfect get-right spot. They host the Lakers and are a 13-point favorite. BetQL has the Jazz minus 13 as a 5-star best bet. They actually have this number at minus 17. I'm Erin Hawksworth. Bet smarter, beat the books. Download the BetQL app today.
Time for an NCAA Final Four spotlight. KU looks for the lead, leads it to Brown. Deep three on the right wing. Count it! First three for KU, and a 3-point Jayhawk lead. The Midwest region top seed Kansas needed to come from behind second half to knock out Miami and advance. Now they head to New Orleans to meet Villanova on Saturday.
Hear Westwood One's exclusive coverage of the Final Four right here.
Is that spring you're feeling in the air? It certainly is. Time to get out, be active, and get moving. Guys, how you feeling? It's Jeff Symbieta. And gentlemen, are you ready for spring? If not, if you're tired too often, feeling sluggish, put on a few too many pounds, or even you're dealing with erectile dysfunction, give New Mail a call. New Mail helps men all over the country deal with these very
What's that dude's name?
things.
He's real
The number
nice.
is 505-652-1688. Or you can go online at
Steve.
New Mail. That's N-U-M-A.
No, the guy at the Y. Yeah.
Why are so many men
His name's not
visiting New Mail?
Steve.
Because it
It's Eddie.
works. New Mail
It's not- who is
utilizes
Eddie?
industry-leading testosterone
Steve.
replacement to help men deal
You
with
just keep
these
saying the
very
same tune, and that's not
natural
it.
symptoms. Fellas, as you age, there's a really good chance
What is that
you'll be
guy's name?
affected by these things, but you don't have to succumb to them.
You don't know it, and that's okay, but I don't either.
It's the same name as our co-host.
It's Robert.
Yeah, let me finish.
In Albuquerque, they're convenient, and it works. That's the beauty. The results are real. Call New Mail at 505-652-1688.
Oh, that's the guy from the Y.
652-1688 or visit newmail.com and feel better.
Susan, I'm sorry I'm late. Traffic is terrible.
It sure is. But on top of that, gas prices have been skyrocketing. I can't believe how expensive gas has gotten recently.
Prices at the pump are up, but I never pay full price for gas anymore. I just use the free Get Upside Gas app that pays you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get paid cash when you buy gas with the Get Upside app?
Yes, up to 25 cents a gallon.
Stream it online, brother.
Every time I buy gas.
And does that actually add up to anything?
Yeah.
I'll make $200 to $300 this year.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the free Get Upside app now.
Download the free Get Upside app now
What's
in
going
the
on?
App Store or Google Play to save up to 25 cents a gallon when you buy gas. Use promo code.
That's why you had to come
for
home. You just have to
25
say that.
cents bonus
You just had to
on
say you
your
come
first
pick up your boat. That's all you had to say.
on your first fill-up.
He doesn't want to give us a real reason. He likes being mysterious.
Gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Get Upside app and use promo code TIME for up to 50 cents a gallon cash back on your first
What's it
tank.
about?
It's code TIME.
30 seconds.
Kevin,
Dropping off
after you've
boats.
been hurt in a car wreck, you wouldn't want to settle for getting half your car fixed. So why would
On.
you settle for getting
2
half
women
the
off,
check?
probably.
Insurance companies have teams of adjusters and lawyers, and their sole job is to pay you as little as possible for your case. In a wreck, need a check? Call Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorneys today. We'll work hard to get you all the money you deserve and to keep you.
Oh my God, I forgot to tell
Don't be
you.
a victim choice. Call us at
I saw Emily New
4444.
at
Call
the Walmart.
and the advisor for
And she did the hide behind the clothing rack lip move.
Insurance Research Council, July 2014.
Oh, that's so accurate. I saw her on the dating app.
Here we go.
Weekday mornings from 7 till 10 on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
All right, normally when we're live at O'Neill's in Nob Hill, I preface a lot of questions directly to you, Van, for the interactions of the friends of the show who are here. But this question is for Griffin, okay?
Okay.
All right, Griffin. Have you ever been smacked across the mouth?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, has that ever happened to you on worldwide television?
No.
Okay.
And it also never happened in the time of social media or even cell phone
Mm-mm.
video stuff.
And also, there's a big difference if it's like mom or dad or Nana, and I'm about to show like my Midwest roots here, but like if my grandma's like gave me like a, that's okay. Like I'm going to survive that, but
knowing you as well as I do, you probably deserved it.
I had it coming.
If it was grandma.
I had it coming.
Yeah.
It's not me telling a joke as an entertainer. By the way, not even the best joke ever told, but then receiving one across my brow from Will Smith. So, my question is to you, Griffin, and you, Van, after someone steals one to your jaw, how do you react to that? Like, what is the reaction to having one stolen to your jaw?
Steph, you want to go first?
Well, I think like how you said, of course, ruling out like in, parent or anything like that because of your stupidity. But honestly, I think I would probably freak out.
Probably freak out, right?
Yes. I'd probably go like some crazy rabid animal and like freak out.
Sounds pretty spot on to me. Van, how would you react to having one stolen to your jaw in front of everyone in the world?
Okay, well, if I was on national television, I hope I would have the same composure that Chris Rock had
it.
And hopefully the situation would play out similarly.
Mm-hmm.
If it was not on national television, I was getting paid exorbitant amounts of money to host that show. I would close my fist and return a few, like immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Like that would be my immediate reaction.
Now, a lot of people say, well, it was punching down in the first place. This joke shouldn't have happened, and Will Smith should have been allowed to retort the way that he did. I'm going to tell you no. I'm going to tell you that's not my opinion. And how big of a man Chris Rock is.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, he held such great
That was huge.
Held grace.
That was huge.
Did a couple moments later really drop the ball when he awarded an Oscar to Questlove and his, quote, 4 white friends, which seems like a kind of tasteless joke immediately following, especially because those guys are winning their first Oscar ever, and it's a fun moment in history that should last forever. In their personal lives, the only time that you will ever win an Oscar and you're being referred to as Questlove's 4 white guys.
I mean, they still won an Oscar.
They did.
Yeah, I think that's still pretty cool.
I just don't think
Chris Rock made a joke about you.
I just don't think.
Look, if you don't want a guy telling jokes about the people winning awards, showing up to the show, don't hire a friggin' comedian.
So for a host, you hire a comedian. For a presenter, you do not. There's no reason that a presenter who only has to read, and the award goes to Van Nunley, that doesn't need to be a comedian. You don't need one to riff there. You don't even want to throw jokes. They just got to read the card. He was not set up for success. And then he got punched in the mouth. And then he took 2 days to take his ticket prices for his tour from $30 to $300.
And sold out the whole tour.
The whole shebang. So he starts the show last night. Where was the show last night, Van? Did you see this?
Was it Boston?
I think it was in Boston. Good job,
Boston.
Griffin. So goes on stage and he opens up the set and he says, so how was your weekend?
That's strong work, man.
Pretty good little joke.
That is, and he doesn't need to sue. He doesn't need to write a book about it. But this, not that Chris Rock wasn't relevant, which he always is and always will be, this catapulted him right back to the top again.
Quote, he started the show with, I don't have a bunch of stuff.
That's not what he said.
Edited for the radio program. I don't have a bunch of stuff about what happened. So if you came to hear that, I have a whole show I wrote before this weekend. I'm still kind of processing what happened. So at some point, I'll talk about that stuff, and it will be serious and funny. Hear me out here. No. The iron is as hot as it has ever been for you, Chris Rock. You strike right now.
Well, you got to give it a couple days to write the joke.
It has been. And by the way, he doesn't have to. The internet already the jokes are already out there.
We made a bunch of good ones on the show.
What do you need? Because that's your therapy. Hey, I'm a guy who's got a little bit of stuff going on mentally. I got some turmoil in my life. Van, I know you well. You got a lot more than me.
Yeah.
And this is the outlet. This right here. This moment, this form, this microphone, this entertainment. This is therapy for Chris Rock. And he went into his set.
You were super right. And, you know, the jokes write themselves. I mean, I've thought about 5 of them while we've been sitting here.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think it's because he hasn't written a good enough joke yet. He doesn't have a good enough retort for the situation. His legal team is consulting state law everywhere his tour goes to see what is libel and what isn't. So he already knows what to say. He doesn't know the order he's going to say it or where he can say it. He's a professional comedian. He's one of the greatest of all time. Like, we talked about him being top 10 on this show on Monday.
No, you did. I did not. And
me and the actual comedian talked about him being top 10 of all time on the show.
Professionally, I've been paid to tell jokes for a lot of years, and all I'm saying is I believe I am adjacent to the world of stand-up comedy. And if you're not going to tell Will Smith jokes, if you go up to do a set and you say, hey, I'm not going to tell Will Smith jokes, then you tell the joke, because I don't know if Will Smith is here waiting to strike.
Yeah, that's an easy one.
That's an easy one.
For sure.
You do anything.
Yeah.
Because he twice now has done nothing. which makes it a work, and that's why he's literally griffing everyone that's coming to see him.
That's 100% true.
And I don't know what cut he's giving Will Smith, but it is not, to be fair, a fair cut. Because right now, Chris Rock, who, by the way, wasn't that high for me, had a cool little moment where showed some composure and then immediately blew it. But Chris Rock just keep falling for me. Keep falling.
Well, he's always been in the same spot for me. I've understood his talents and his importance in the history of stand-up comedy basically forever. So he's like, even before and after all this, he's like still in the exact same place for me.
He's doing his best Tom Petty.
I don't understand that.
Free falling.
Oh, get out of here. He is not free falling. You see his tour sold out with tickets being sold at a factor of 10.
Yeah, lots of guys have sold snake oil in their life. I get it. I understand how a rub works.
Yeah, and they completely did one of the biggest of all time.
Mm-hmm.
As a wrestling fan, you got to have respect for that.
I don't have respect for carnies, and that's what Chris Rock is. He's not a form of entertainment. He's a shindling carny.
If you're comparing to what happened in between Chris Rock and Will Smith as carny-esque, then you need to hand back your WWE card, because that's exactly the same thing to me.
I don't think you have a strong understanding of how stand-up comedy works.
I don't think you have a strong understanding about carnies, because they're not on that level.
Carnies want your money, and they don't care how they get it.
All the carnies out there, all the friends of the show traveling around, listening to us, my apologies. I didn't mean to denigrate you.
There's no string banjo on this. No carnies are tuned in. I'm saying, I got an idea of what is entertaining, and what is entertaining is not showing humility and respect to the situation. No, you blow it out with your best jabs that you can throw verbally, because you're the better man to not throw them physically.
See, I guarantee you he will, whether it's this week or next week. They're coming. They're coming, and they're coming in full force. But he's got to make sure that he doesn't do anything libel. This is a lawyer thing. This is a legal thing, not a Chris Rock thing.
No, I
guarantee it.
This is a cliffhanger thing. This is Who Shot Dallas. He's not going to ever tell the jokes so that JR, who shot JR? Because if he tells the jokes, then no one is going to want to go and see him. So he's going to keep teasing the joke and never telling the jokes until the tour is over, so he can keep grifting you for $600 a pop on tickets. This whole thing is a work, and it's gross, and it's an embarrassment to entertainment.
See, you're describing this in a negative manner to Chris Rock, and all I'm hearing is you actually describing professional wrestling to me.
Mm-hmm. That's what this is.
Keep the work going.
Yes.
Keep grifting.
Forever.
Everybody. Keep grifting the marks.
Yeah, but also 100%. But also, he's disrespecting the game. The game deserves this.
This is a master class. I don't know what you're talking about.
Of Vince McMahon impersonating? That's what this is.
Sure.
This is not a master class of Comedy 101. This is why he's not even in the top 20, dog. He's terrible.
Okay, we've already proven you're wrong. So there's that.
If Ricky Gervais right now is doing this.
Well, Ricky does a joke every segment about Will Smith. Ricky Gervais would demolish him.
You know how many Big Willie jokes I got right now? All of them.
The proper amount, probably.
Chris Rock should just call and be like, hey, Fred, listen. I just need some help here. I just recently took one off the jaw. I'm a little shook. Can you just give me 15 minutes. No, not even 15. Give me 8 minutes.
Yeah, you would probably do in between 5 and 10 on this. If you had an hour.
I could do an hour on this.
Of course you could do an hour on this, but that's cheap to me.
That's too much.
Yeah.
Because then it looks like you wrote it all beforehand and you didn't actually have a set prepared. And then I'm doubling down on my work philosophy that you had it already in the canon.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good point, too. I mean, we both honestly think that they're in cahoots on this.
1,000%.
And then to what end, cui bono, we'll figure out later. We'll figure it out later, like what exactly they were going after. Why did Will Smith do that? To what avail does Will Smith get out of this?
And you keep the work going, because similar to the Tom Brady Tampa Bay Buccaneers thing, you would know without a doubt it's a work, not even a glimmer of a doubt, if they would have shot Bruce Arians out of one of those cannons off the pirate ship in the football field. That's why you can't do this right now.
Or do a promotion where you get like 30 of Bruce Arians' hats and shoot them out of a cannon.
Like old English fox hunting quail style.
Exactly.
Of pull.
100%. Yep, that's what you do.
Chris Rock's back, and it doesn't matter because he wussed out on it. 2 men on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Ray Magliozzi here. The tear in my driver's seat does have some value since my butt's molded to fit it, but I'm ready for a new one from eBay Motors. Good. All the right parts at the right prices. 122 million of them. Till then, I'll just scooch. eBay Motors, let's ride.
This report is sponsored by eBay Motors.
We're seeing quite a bit of slowdowns right now westbound on Paseo. They're going to start around I-25 and last past Coors. Also slowdowns southbound on I-25 between Osuna and Montgomery. Westbound I-40, slowdowns are going to start around the interchange, making the last until Coors. And we still got slowdowns west of the city on I-40 between the Frisco Vista and Route 66 Casino. If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress. Shop in store or online at AmericanHome.com. They guarantee you'll pay less. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
This is Maggie Gray with the CBS Sports Minute, sponsored by Southern Recipe Pork Rinds. Be big, be bold, be adventurous with Southern Recipe Pork Rinds. Let's not pretend that Bruce Arians stepping back from the sidelines comes with no risk at all. Todd Bowles garners nothing but respect, but this isn't about him. This is about the potential pitfalls that come with changing the second most important person in the Bucs organization before a season that is Super Bowl or bust. I'm Maggie Gray.
Sarah Thomas's hat, whistle, and flag are on display at the NFL Hall of Fame, a tribute to her place in football history as the first woman to officiate at a Super Bowl game. Sarah was the down judge in Tampa Bay in 2021.
I have a precious little girl that is watching her mom, and I want her to know, seeing it, believing it, you can do it.
We salute the groundbreaking and glass ceiling breaking Sarah Thomas during Women's History Month.
Celebrate Women's History Month with us online at sportsanimалabq.com. Telling it like it is.
So Duke is going to probably win it, and everybody is going to say it's rigged, it's unbelievable. No, it's rigged, arguably, if they don't. I root for great teams. I root for great coaches. I root for great franchises. I root for great history. I'm sorry I wasn't rooting for St. Peter's. It was a cute story. It was cute. It wasn't that interesting.
The Herd with Colin Cowherd. Weekdays at 1 on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Did you know that over 90% of male enhancement pills are virtually the same thing that's repackaged, redone over and over again?
Griffin.
Why settle for the same old product when you can get something completely different? Something that takes male enhancement into the 21st century.
Griffin.
Something that really works. Men, you need to try Noxus, the
Griffin.
explosive, all-natural formula that will unlock.
Hey, so starting tomorrow, if you wanted to take like a break during the day, could you go and smoke weed like on your break, or is that against the rules?
It took years for it to finally become available to the public without a prescription.
You know, I don't know.
And
I've never, I guess, worked too long enough, like during the day, to go smoke.
We recommend that you use the Noxatril dose as
I just don't know, like,
think of your partner.
Is it still employer rules or is there like state rules? I just don't know.
Find out how to get a free bottle.
I want to say it's probably going to go employed by employee.
8913. That's 800.
I feel like you're probably right.
913. Free bottle for limited time. Call now.
I do have a caller,
800.
the mailman.
8913.
Mortgage
That's
rates
kind
have
of
begun to
perfect.
rise from the all-time lows, but it's not too late to jump in and save some money. I'm Scott Stigler for
Eat
Indigo
this segment.
Mortgage. Rates are still very low, and homeowners still have some great opportunities, like a cash-out refinance. You see, home prices are still sky high, so many of you are sitting on a lot of equity. Tap that equity while the rates are still low. Ben Lucero at Indigo Mortgage says it's a great time to finance home improvements, pay college tuition, or consolidate high-balance credit cards. You should also consider asking Indigo Mortgage about a shorter-term mortgage to pay off your home loan sooner. Rates on 10 and 15-year loans are much lower than a 30-year loan. It doesn't cost anything to ask about options available before rates.
Pretty little thing called.
I recommend you call a trusted local advisor like Indigo Mortgage. There's just too much at stake to rely on an online lender that doesn't know you. Call Indigo Mortgage at 836.
Kim, find out what the special
or
is.
go to indigomortgage.net. Nobody cares more about your mortgage loan than Indigo Mortgage. And MLS 18834.
What?
You want it right
Can I have that?
Get it done the
No.
Daniels way. Daniels.
I'm not in the club.
Plumbing, heating, and air.
Imagine living in total
What?
comfort this winter with warm, clean, healthy
What would you
air.
do?
The Halo LED actively seeks out and removes dust, dander,
You're so
germs,
smart.
odors, allergens, mold, and is proven to kill 99.9% of viruses in the air and even on surfaces.
You can find me in the
Family
club.
Living healthy and happy. Call Daniels today at
It's a 50-cent song.
898-8860.
From when I was a kid.
898-8860.
That would have been my senior year of high
If
school.
your sports hosts do this, Jeff Symbieta. Back to you guys. Who's Sportscaster of the Year by the National Sports Media Association.
Dancing
Listen
up
to
the
Jeff
Sadie Hawkins
Symbieta
dance.
every weekday morning right here on the Sports
That's a
Animal.
Sadie Hawkins dance. Griffin, was me reliving my high school Sadie Hawkins dance broadcast over the air? Sounds like a yes. That's the game sometimes. The boys are live at O'Neill's, but joining us on the friend of the show hotline is the mailman. Mailman, welcome.
Hello, fellas. Man, can you tell that Fred really missed you while you were gone?
Oh, you should have seen his eyes light up when I walked into the room, mailman.
Mailman, I was as scared when he walked in as when Chris Rock walked out on stage last night.
Except for I got way better reasons to slap Fred.
How sideways was his feelings to drop that hammer off the top rope about your women being built like linebackers? that was just uncalled for. Just chair to the back, didn't even see it coming.
Well, I mean, it would be really offensive if it wasn't so very true, mailman.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
No. Okay, so
My girlfriend can't out-squat me. I'm not getting involved.
pull out a napkin and a pen, and I want you to Google these names. Fred, do not let him forget. He needs to respond as soon as possible so I can hear his opinion.
Okay.
Okay? Van, Google Piper Niven, and then I need you to Google Wendy Richter.
These are both very good.
Wendy Richter, I'm sorry. Sherry Martell. She was fine as hell. I love Sherry. God rest her soul. But
I'm assuming Fred already knows these.
Since Fred was talking about your women being built like linebackers, I was thinking that you wanted a certain kind of woman. So, Fred, I know you're seeing where I'm headed with this.
Well, the thing, mailman, is Van's qualifier for relationship.
You can grab Van by the
Well,
ear,
hold on, mailman.
drag him down that rabbit hole with you.
The thing is, if Van is going to date you, the rule is he has to be able to sit on your shoulders at a concert.
Correct.
That's the one rule for Van relationships, is that he can be lifted.
Well, that has to be Piper Niven.
Yeah, it has to be. Yep.
It has to be Piper Niven. then.
If you can't fight off a bear while we're camping, you can't be with me.
Fred, I need you to send me the directions to Van's crib. I will bring a case of oat soda.
Smart.
That's my entry fee. That's my secret knock to get into the party.
Drop you a pen whenever I get there.
Okay, mailman, Cherry Martell is not for me. She's too thin. She's way too thin. Piper, yeah, Piper Niven, though. That's what I'm talking about. Thicker than a Snicker, homie.
She's the girl that walks around with you on the playground, and everybody's scared to mess with you.
Yeah, for sure. Like you're describing what I'm into. Thank you very much.
Have a good one, fellas.
Thank you. If she didn't qualify for the Olympics in the deadlift, I'm not into it.
Van says, I can't see from back here. Put me on your shoulders.
I say that all the time.
And we're like, it's an Incubus concert. What's the matter? 1 hour left. Sitting down with Justin Eitri after we get back from the break. 2 men on, 95.9 FM, AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Quite a bit of slowdowns right now westbound out of Paseo. They're going to start around I-25 and last past Bois.
Yeah.
Also slow down southbound on I-25.
What's going on, my dude? How you been, man?
Westbound I-40. Slowdowns going to start around the interchange. They're going to last Coors.
No, I don't.
We still got slowdowns west of the city on I-40
water would be
between
great.
Vista and Route 66 Casino.
Why settle for one truck month when you can have three? It's Truck Month at Malloy Los Lunas, and nobody does Truck Month like Malloy Los Lunas. Chevrolet, Ford, Ram Truck Months, all at one location. Shop, compare, and save during Malloy Los Lunas Truck Month. MalloyLosLunas.com.
This report is brought to you by Malloy Los Lunas.
EPC and Access
Steph.
Tracker hotline at 767-9167.
You with us, Miss
Brought to you by
Griffin?
Home Furniture and Mattress, the largest selection of in-stock furniture in the state. Locally owned and operated. I'm Michael Carroll.
Stephanie!
News Radio, KKOB Traffic Center.
Alliance Mortgage Solutions is your local solution.
Must be on a
to all
potty
your
break.
Mortgage and refinancing situations. Whether you're looking to buy a new home or just want to refinance the home you have, give Alliance Mortgage Solutions a call today. They'll tell you everything you need to save money on your mortgage. Ask them about their consolidation program, where you can pay off other.
Nah, it'll be fine, right? Whatever.
Home and
So you start talking?
$1,000 per month.
Hello.
By taking
Is that your
advantage
normal
of
talking
Alliance
voice?
Mortgage Solutions
Not really.
consolidation
Okay.
You can
Yeah,
get
well,
rid
talk
of
like
your
you're going to be talking to us during the
pay off
segment.
auto loans,
Yeah,
or pay
so
down any
we're
high
doing
interest
a
loans you may
fundraiser.
have.
and
Consolidation
my normal
Okay.
talking voice.
Definitely need to get you up a little bit.
Money month in, month out. And the team at Alliance Mortgage Solutions could close your loan in as little as 10 business days.
Is that too high in your ear?
It's a little bit too high.
To all your mortgage
About right
and
there? That's
refinance
fine. That's
needs.
good right there?
Yeah.
Call Alliance Mortgage
Okay.
Solutions, 505-420-6100. Or visit
So I think you're going to be a little higher. Need to be a little higher.
Anywhere fans go to cheer on their
Stephanie,
team,
you
they're
back?
behind-the-scenes MVPs, ensuring everything is game day ready. We see you, Joe, fixing seats so every fan can enjoy every game. And Allie, who keeps her stadium running smoothly from the moment the first game starts to the last play of the season. At Granger, you're our MVPs, and we're always here for you with supplies and solutions for every industry and 24/7.
Hey, it's E-Tree, right?
E-Tree?
E-Tree?
E-Tree, yeah. Just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
Try to get Steph to do a sound check, but I just
Get your first car.
give or take.
Certainly will never
Do your
forget
ABCs real
first car
quick.
wreck.
What's
When
that?
this happens
Do your
to you,
ABCs
you need
real
to
quick.
turn it into
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P.
Is that your regular voice?
Yeah, it is my regular
All right,
voice.
let's go.
I think we're good right there.
Just wanted to give you a little extra time.
Job
You're good.
As
You're the
little as
best.
possible for your injuries. When you're in a wreck and you need a check, call Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorneys today. We'll work hard to get
Why
you all the money you
always
deserve and to keep you out of the courtroom.
I didn't bring my iPad, so I can't put you on the broadcast.
That's okay. I'm watching you guys on Facebook.
Oh, you are?
Ah.
Yeah.
So
Justin's here now.
you got a pretty good shot of my crotch earlier.
Your afternoon drive. Number 2, men on. Van Nunley and Fred Slow. And in the on-deck circle, Robert Buck D. Gibson.
This is Two Men On with Van Nunley and Fred Slow.
Live at the O'Neills in Nob Hill. The boys are laughing a lot. We've been doing for the last 2 hours. We got 1 more hours left. If you're leaving the office, thank you for joining us. Also, this is filling out pretty good here, huh, boys?
Yeah.
I think it's the hot spot to be, huh, boys?
If you thought that it would fill all the way up for us, you are super close. There's 2 tables left.
Well, but the funniest part is it's the 2 tables closest to us. So they're feeling it's backfilling in,
Yeah.
and no one wants to be next to you boys. But I imagine that's going to change quickly because we're welcoming to the show for the first time. New friend of the show, Justin E-Tree. Justin, welcome to the program.
Hey, thank you.
Justin is a local talent. I don't know other way to describe you. Play a little bit of music, sing a little bit, do the whole thing. And we first crossed paths on a night out at Safe House when it was literally the day we were signing our deal for this program, and we went out to have a celebratory drink, and you were just bringing down the house, and the conversation came up to, hey, if you got anything going on and you're helping some people, let's see if we can use the show to help you, and you are absolutely doing that.
Yeah, we have a fundraiser coming up. We were kind of inspired by what's going on in the Ukraine right now, and we wanted to do our best to help. because people are getting put out of their homes, people are dying, and we just couldn't stand by and not do something about it. So yeah, we're having an all-day concert, and it's going to be 15 different artists from 11 a.m. till 11 p.m. And we have 4 organizations that we're going to be donating to. We've got a raffle going on, live painting, tarot readings. So it's going to be a fun day.
That'll be this Saturday, 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. at Ancora Cafe and Bakery, 148 Quincy Street, Suite B. All proceeds go to help out the Ukraine.
That's like a stone's throw from here. That's like right around the corner.
Yeah, it is.
Check out Justin Etre Music on Instagram. Justin, and then last name E-T-R-E Music on Instagram. Just an absolutely talented dude. We were blown away the night that we ran into each other. And we told you that we love Albuquerque. We love helping the community. The second you have something that's going to help the Albuquerque community, reach out. This ain't about the Albuquerque community. This is about Ukraine. So what are you passionate about that links you or links all of these musicians or links this cafe to Ukraine?
Yeah, it's a really great community over at Ancora, and everyone there is really caring, and the people that I knew they were immediately interested, and they wanted to help out in any way that they could. I did want to talk about a little bit like the organizations that we're helping. We got UNICEF. It's great. We wanted to help children, of course, and we have another crowd. It's like a private crowd fund. This man named Nick Tad. He's a photographer, and he's rescuing animals. So there's like animals going that need help, and and then as well we have Raise 'em for Ukraine, which is it was created by Ukrainians that couldn't be at home, that wanted to help out their people, and so they're raising money for the Ukraine as well. And then we have a raffle that we're going to be doing. It's going to be some paintings that we raffle off, some CDs, jewelry, and it's $1 a ticket, and get a chance to win, and all the proceeds from that will go to Medical Teams International. We wanted to make sure that people that needed healthcare right now were getting what they need.
So who you're helping is key, obviously, but who can come to the event? Is it all ages? Is it all inviting? What is the entertainment stylings like? Paint a picture of the night out for me this Saturday.
Yeah, anyone is welcome, and it's all ages. We're gonna have a $5 minimum donation at the door. The bands, there's a wide variety of different bands and solo artists. There's going to be some synthy stuff. There's going to be acoustic acts. There's going to be indie rock, bluegrass. So there's quite a variety. Where it's going to be outdoors at the patio at Ancora during the day, and then around 5 p.m. We're going to switch indoors. We got a great headliner called Low Mellow. Mm-hmm. You can check them out online. It's kind of like indie surf rock. It's really great.
So $5 at the door, and at Ancora Cafe and Bakery, 148 Quincy Street, Suite B. $5 for 12 hours of music. That's the deal of the century.
Yeah, and we're going to have some free food. We're going to have some burritos, I think Frito pie, trying to get some cookies in there. And the tarot readings are actually going to be free if you donate. So if you just got to get there and sign up and get a free tarot.
Yeah, there's some things I don't want to know, boys.
Yeah.
Some things I don't want to know.
I.e. the future.
Yeah.
So Ancora Cafe and Bakery, it's not just a fundraiser for Ukraine. Ancora is doing some great things in the community as well. From what I understand, they help people segue out of rehab, out of halfway houses, out of prison, to get jobs and to get back in the community.
Yeah. Yeah, they're doing a lot of great stuff. The employees that work there, they're a part of the program. It was created. The bakery was created to be a safe, sober space for people that were trying to get clean. Anyone's welcome, of course. And a friend of mine just graduated the program and is doing great. It's a great nonprofit.
Justin Eitri joining us. We're talking about a fun little event coming up this Saturday night where you're going to be able to, at Akora Bakery and Cafe, help UNICEF and help some organizations that are helping those displaced and currently in turmoil in the Ukraine. Anything we missed, Justin? Anything we would make sure we put out there before we let you go? All-day event, bands, including Romelo, Justin Eitri and friends. And starting, what is it, start 10?
It starts at 11 a.m.
11 a.m.
Yeah.
And how do people check out your music specifically if they want to check out what you're doing?
You can find me on Instagram, Justin Eitri Music. That's ETRE for the last name. And you'll find the post about the event with links to all the other artists that are going to be there. I just released a new single, actually. So if you are interested, it's pretty great stuff, and we're gonna be playing all originals with my band, and it's gonna be a good night.
Check you out on Spotify, Apple, all that good stuff.
Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, all of that, YouTube.
I like everything about it.
Sweet.
Justin Eitri, thank you so very much for being you and for helping others.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, guys.
Appreciate you. Whenever we get back, New York Yankees talk, and then Kim Kirsch and Locker 505 will join us, and we'll wrap this program up. It's 2 Men On, 95.9 FM, AM 610, the Sports Animal. Hey, heads up, Griff. The display on my Comrex went dead, so I'm not sure what's going on with it, but if you do have a problem, will you call me immediately?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
But that,
Steph, that whole segment was good, right? No interruptions?
Yeah, you guys went perfect.
Okay, sweet.
Yeah, I saw it the second you did.
Construction on I-40 between 98th and Coors is ongoing. Traffic is being reduced to 2 lanes going both directions. 540 on-ramp closures at 98th and Hunter will impact drivers. NMDOT District 3 is overseeing the project. Mountain States Constructors is performing the work. Visit nmroads.com.
This report brought to you by Mountain State Constructors.
If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress. Shop in store or online at AmericanHome.com. They guarantee you'll pay less. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
Okay, yeah. That'd be cool.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job in ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
Thousands of people contact InventHelp monthly about their invention or new product. Do you think companies would be interested in your idea? Do you want to try to get a patent? Call InventHelp now. Best of all, the call and information are free. InventHelp keeps your idea confidential, explaining every step of the invention process. Join people just like you who made the call to InventHelp.
Call 1-800-217-4380. That's 1-800-217-4380. Again, 1-800-217-4380.
CarCrafters is celebrating 40 years serving New Mexico.
40 years? Wow, CarCrafters has fixed a lot of cars.
CarCrafters was started right here in Albuquerque in 1982, and to this day is still locally owned and operated.
A local company that receives national recognition? I guess I know who I'm calling when I'm in an accident.
Trust CarCrafters. 40 years in business, 5 locally owned New Mexico shops, and repairing every vehicle like it never happened.
CarCrafters, it's like it never happened.
Susan, I'm sorry I'm late. Traffic is terrible.
It sure is. But on top of that, gas prices have been skyrocketing. I can't believe how expensive gas has gotten recently.
Prices at the pump are up, but I never pay full price for gas anymore. I just use the free Get Upside Gas app that pays you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get paid cash when you buy gas with the Get Upside app?
Yes, up to 25 cents a gallon cash back every time I buy gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I'll make $200 to $300 this year.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the free Get Upside app now.
Download the free Get Upside app now in the App Store or Google Play to save up to 25 cents a gallon when you buy gas. Use promo code TIME for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's up to 50 cents a gallon on your first fill up. You can cash out anytime.
That's how it is when you have a beautiful lady. All the other ladies want to be a part of it.
Promo code TIME for up to 50 cents a gallon cash back on your first
We're
tank.
one lady guy. Now.
If you are a man over 40, listen up, because this could impact
Me
how
too.
much you're getting done during the
You
day.
have no ladies. At a
night,
time.
The harsh reality is, once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone.
I no longer listen to Van's lady
Yes,
stories.
The number one selling
Because it's like
testosterone
the
booster
same reason I don't watch reruns.
changed the game again for men over 40 with Nugenix Total T, their most powerful man-boosting formula ever, and guys all over America are raving about it. Jeremy P says,
can't
"This
hear
is
us,
the best
Steph.
product I found to raise T levels."
I can't hear you
It's a
guys, but I
product
can
for the
hear
rest of
Fred.
my life. And how about Shane D? He says, "I had no drive and was
You guys have one. Was that advice for me? That was take his girl advice.
19-year-olds. I am
Griffin.
47. Guys over 40.
If Van gives you lady
Nugenix
advice,
Total T.
you write it down and do the exact
Complimentary
opposite.
bottle.
Yeah.
2424. It's the number one selling free testosterone.
You got to do my
booster.
move, Griffin. Just tell them you love them the first day you meet them.
Bottle by texting youth to 42424.
You say, "Hi, my name is Fred Slow, and I think I'm in love with you."
42424. Text
Hey,
youth
Steph, I got a Spotify link for you
has over
for a song
85
from
years of
Justin.
experience in mattresses.
Where do I send
We've
it?
Partnered with the #1 most trusted mattress.
You can send it to my email or text it.
And we've
The
selected
Cumulus?
the perfect
Okay.
best beds in the industry just for you. We believe these 30 mattresses will give you the healthy and restful sleep you deserve. Plus, we've got you covered with a perfect 30 guarantee. And take advantage of 60-month financing.
I love
for
this
everything
song.
in Furniture and mattress.
I love this song.
Don't miss the opening drive with Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck. Morning weekdays at 7, 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
All right, we went to commercial. Today's special at O'Neill's Van is the club sandwich. Okay.
How did you get to order one? You're not in the club.
Damn it. Griffin, can you pod Van down for just one full segment?
Wait, segment or second?
Yeah.
She'll do none of the sort.
So, Griffin, I get this club sandwich. By the way, thank you to Justin Eitri for joining us. Talking about the big Ukraine fundraiser coming up. I was like, well, I can eat, because the sandwich is cut in half. The sandwich was delivered to me broken. I was like, well, I can eat one half of this sandwich during the commercial break.
I thought you're supposed to quarter club sandwiches. They just cut it right in half.
You know, that's why I said it was broken.
Oh, you know why?
Well, okay.
You're not in the club, Fred.
Uh-huh. We did it again. If we don't get asked to come back to O'Neill's in Nob Hill.
It's because of the sandwiches.
No, it's because of you, Van.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That usually happens.
Well, not the first time you've been kicked out of a
no.
establishment.
A lot of places.
So, anyways, this club sandwich is so damn big, and there's no way that I could have eaten half of it even in the commercial break.
It's a lot of club
It's
sandwich.
so much club sandwich.
It looks phenomenal.
It's huge.
Those onion rings are like toasted perfectly.
Sometimes when they deliver them, they look the best, but then you have to like squish it down just to make it go into your mouth.
I unhinged my jaw
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very good in my mouth, though. I would recommend everyone listen to the program.
He went full gator on it. You went hungry python on that thing.
Yeah, that's true.
You really dropped that jaw down.
And I did the best I could, but it wasn't good enough, and that's okay, as long as I tried. The New York Yankees are in the news, Van. There's always a couple approaches to New York Yankee stories. Which one would you like to take?
You deal.
So, historically, the Yankees have had their own network, right? The Yes Network. Okay?
Yes.
So, they would play Friday games on whatever, local channel 11 or whatever.
Right.
In New York. Well, the Yankees have decided to abandon their entire fan base, which is people of a certain age.
Okay.
And broadcast those games instead on Apple Television. But here's the thing, Van. They're lying through their teeth about it, and they're saying it's about hitting a younger audience to help grow the Yankees, whatever. But what they're actually doing is they are abandoning Boomer Plus, who doesn't even have a clue about Apple TV, and now you're not going to be able to see the Bois play on Friday nights.
The Yankees hate Yankees fans.
The Yankees do not care about Yankees fans, dog.
There's so many of them.
Yes.
Why do the last septuagenarians who only watch the Yankees on Yes clinging to their ideals? You got to try something new, right?
Well, and it's
only one game, one day a week.
It's not just Yankees.
It's 21 games total, right? Is that correct?
I think it's less than 30.
Yeah, I think it's 21 games total that are going to be on Fridays on Amazon. And to be fair,
was it Amazon? Did I say
everybody has Amazon? And if you don't, guess what? I will share my password.
You know who does
you
it?
can have it.
My mom. You know who else does it? My grandmama.
Okay.
You know who else does it? My dad.
Oh.
Not everyone has it.
Yes, they do. 5 people have Amazon accounts, and 360 million people have the passwords.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's 100%.
Everybody can watch the Yankees. This is a non-factor. It's a non-story, not a big deal.
I went to Hookah. I went to...
By the way, if you slide into our DMs on Instagram, at TalkABQ, I will give you an offshore website where you can watch every Yankees game anyways. You don't need Amazon, okay?
If you can't figure out Amazon, you're definitely not going to figure out the offshore website that Van utilizes to watch baseball and baseball-adjacent content.
Okay, note to self, make new website for people to use illegal website.
So I was trying to order a bathtub runner yesterday for my new apartment. Okay. So I had to update my Amazon Prime shipping. I had to do that. And it says, because I don't live in my apartment, I have a new apartment.
Yeah.
I live in my apartment. I don't live in my old apartment. I live in my new apartment. So I was like, I need to update my address. And it was like, what is your new address, Mr. Nunley?
Yeah.
And then I paid for it with an ex-girlfriend's credit card, and I now have a bathtub runner on the way.
That's excellent.
Yeah, because that's how I get down.
Is her information on my Amazon now still, or did she erase it?
60 inches by 24.
Because I could also use a runner on your girlfriend.
It's X.
Thank you.
Yeah. So excited to have that coming my way, my new runner through Amazon. Yankees fan, and this is all baseball, though. Baseball is lying through their teeth, saying that they're going to digital streams and they're going to this stuff in an effort to hit a cooler, hipper audience, when their audience is not young, cool, hip guys like me.
Okay, I'm going to leave that one sitting right there.
But what it is it's your word, Van, septuagenarians and greater, and you are literally cutting them out of access to your product. And why? Because the NFL got paid a little bit from Amazon?
Hey, look, Fred, the septuagenarian crowd, the old school baseball crowd, they're going to watch a lot of baseball throughout the year. But they're not going to watch baseball on Friday anyway. Everyone knows that's bingo night. It's bingo night. They don't care about the Yankees on Friday.
I-16. I used to run a community center, right? And we had bingo. And whatever, so I would get up there and I would do the...
That's the best part.
61.
Mm-hmm.
61. And then Gladys would be like, bingo! And I'd be like, bring it up, Gladys. And she'd be like,
and a half hour later.
No. She wouldn't eat dog. She'd be like, you come here. I got to get up to confirm. I literally take a picture of the bingo tray with my phone. So if I walk over there, I can check it from my phone instead of having to walk back. That's bingo hall life.
Wicked smart.
And the dabbers, do you even know about bingo dabbers?
Yeah, it's a big deal.
There's a hierarchy.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. You know, in baseball, there's like Worth, Mizuno, Rawlings.
Yep.
That is the same in the dabber game.
Yeah.
And I can't tell you the names
The real
of
professionals when they've got like 10 or 15 cards out and they can do them all at the same time.
Steph, that
They
was
can
my.
keep up with one.
Thank you, Stephanie. You segued right into my next question. What was the most cards that Gladys could do? And if it wasn't Gladys, who did the most cards at once?
like Emmett. I feel like most cards. I think we had a rule you could only have 9.
9 was the max.
It was the max because that was what fit on the table in front of you because you could do 3 rows of 3 before your elbows.
And that's all of your area.
Yeah, that's all your area.
Okay.
But I'm telling you, the amount of cards was not as impressive as like the quick draw on the dabber. Because like anyone in the Wild West can walk around with a gun.
Uh-huh.
But it don't matter unless you're quick on the draw.
Yeah.
So whenever like I would call whatever, right? So I'd be like N42, and you would just hear,
yeah,
because they were like trying to start a helicopter.
Well, let's turn this into a learning session here.
Uh-huh.
Why do they have multiple colors of dabbers when you're just covering it?
I think it's superstition.
It's all personal choice.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it might also be Roy G. Biv rules. So, like, the first one you go red, orange, yellow, indigo, blue. Like, you go all the way down. Violet.
Or it wouldn't be like the letter B is for blue. The I row is indigo. The N is navy.
So
G is green.
I feel that they would have them in hand, and it's not that they were snatching them before the dab. So I feel like it would... Or maybe between, like, draws, they would then alternate through dabbers. But I don't believe they were waiting for my dabber call, and then we're choosing dabber based upon letter.
Okay. All right, this makes a lot of sense to me.
Griffin, when's the last time you've been to bingo?
Oh, gosh. Probably since I was little. My mom would have taken me.
From the texter, my favorite bingo is 069.
Naturally.
I mean, there's a lot of fruit out there, boys. You don't have to always get the lowest hanging fruit. You can leave some of that fruit for others.
Sure. I left it on the table earlier, and I just, when you said, I just knew it was coming. And when you didn't say it, it's like, no, I'm not jumping on this train.
Well, I mean, I got better jokes than Chris Rock, so I don't need to waste that one like Texter did.
That's okay. They're not all winners.
No, it's a winner joke. I'm not saying it's a bad joke. You don't have to deliver it.
I have seen movies from the 80s also.
Best bingo-based movie.
Best bingo-based movie?
Yeah, what would that be?
Based? Like it's all about bingo?
No, but I would say bingo would have to be a feature.
I can't talk about it. It was an adult movie.
Bingo halls have an important place in my life because I've been to a lot of like local wrestling promotion throughout the country, and they're often held at bingo halls.
Bingo is big business here in Albuquerque.
It is.
Because the casinos can do them too. So they have giant, like big dollar ones at the casino.
So you have to pay. So to my understanding, you just pay for the cards, and that's the number of times you're playing.
Right.
Okay.
But here it's like higher stakes. Not just like $5 at the Kiwanis Club.
That's what I'm talking about.
This is like a big deal.
In my head, people are still smoking cigarettes inside.
Yeah.
There's like a dog, like an old, lazy dog laying next to you on the ground.
No one even owns it.
No, yeah.
It knows it goes to bingo.
Yeah, you got it, Griffin. Yeah, where it's... And there's like old ceiling fans that are on the lowest setting where you're like, is that a breeze in the room blowing the fan blade, or is it motorized somehow? That's my energy on bingo.
Frito pie bar.
Yeah, but it's not a free-of-charge bar.
Step back there, just I mean,
it's not provided by the venue. It's like a potluck.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
everyone brings whatever,
right?
And then I show up with a 50-piece of Wendy's nuggets, and people are like,
which you do that everywhere.
I do that everywhere I go.
Yeah.
And people are like, this is the jam. The bingo jam.
7-layer bean dip with no chips.
That's because you don't bring chips because you know someone else will.
Yeah.
Homemade chili, like the food, not the ingredient.
Or the country.
Yeah, or the country. Kim Kirshen's going to join us. We're going to talk about Locker 505 and what they got going on in the community. Also, I just moved, so I got a bunch of boxes of stuff I got to donate.
Nice.
It's like nice adjacent. I got some Under Armour shoes that I thought you could buy in 12s and fit me. Turns out I'm like a 13 in Under Armour.
Well, there's two different types of Under Armour shoes. The ones that are made in the States and the ones that are made overseas.
I don't know anything about this.
Yeah. It's like almost two different companies. They're wildly different.
Oh, well, I'm excited about the ones I got.
Hi, buy American, Freddie.
Is Nike American? Because that's what I'm wearing now.
Oh, I doubt it.
Dang it.
Alan Edmonds are. That's what I'm wearing right now.
2 Men On, 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Imagine trying to be a professional athlete and having that. It's Jeff Symbieta for Coleman Vision. Pro tennis and pickleball player Jeremy Dyke is with me. Jeremy,
come on, you're up.
how bad was your eyesight?
It was pretty bad. I mean, I didn't really realize just how bad it was until someone reminded me that there were, in fact, towers on top of the San Dias. So, I mean, I never really saw them.
Yeah, those towers weren't there. You couldn't hear us right now either. So what'd you do about it?
So I knew Dr. Coleman at Coleman Vision through his support of tennis in Albuquerque. So I went to see him and found out that luckily I was a great candidate for LASIK surgery. After I went through the quick process, I mean, I couldn't believe the difference. It was a life changer. So, you know, Dr. Coleman's nationally known for his LASIK expertise, and I felt beyond comfortable and confident with him and his team. There's no one else better.
If you're like Jeremy and want to ditch the glasses and see better, call Coleman Vision at 821-8880. Jeremy and I both did, and we both love the results. See more testimonials and schedule a free consultation at colemanvision.com.
March is known for basketball, but this month, Jersey Mike's and those of you who love their subs will raise money nationwide for Special Olympics. You can donate through the app or on your next visit to the Jersey Mike's near you. And on March 30th, all sales will be donated to Special Olympics. All month, Jersey Mike's will announce special offers on Twitter. Don't forget, every Jersey Mike's sub is made with freshly sliced meats and cheeses. Nothing pre-made, everything from scratch. Order on the app and earn points for free subs. The month of giving shows why Jersey Mike's is a sub above.
My stomach.
Don't worry, I've got you covered.
When you have nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach.
How long we got, Griff?
It's Pepto-Bismol Chew.
About 1 minute.
1 minute, Kim. Can you?
Yeah, they taste great and provide fast relief.
Unless you need me to throw in another commercial, I can make it longer.
No, we're good.
Bismol Chews for fast relief.
Nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach.
Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Texting enrolls with recurring automated text messages. Message and data rates may apply. If you are a man over 40, listen up, because this could impact how much you're getting done during the day and at night. The harsh reality is, once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. Here's the good news. Nugenix, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC, has changed the game
We do
again for
ABCs.
men over 40 with Nugenix.
A, B, C,
Their
D,
most powerful man
E,
boosting
F,
formula
G,
ever, and guys all over
H,
America
I,
are
J,
raving about
K,
it.
L, M, N, O,
This
P.
is the best product I've found to raise T levels. I plan on using the product for the rest of my life. And how about Shane D? He says, I had no drive and was tanked out at the end of the day. After 3 months, my energy level is through the roof. I work out like most 19-year-olds. I am 47. Guys over 40, you need Nugenix Total T. And right
What'd
now,
you order
can get
tonight?
a complimentary bottle. Just text
My
YOUTH
steak,
42424.
my blue cheese-
It's the #1
Blue cheese salad.
testosterone
Huh.
booster at GNC. But you can only get your complimentary bottle by texting YOUTH to 42.
I don't know what that you guys are talking about, but that sounds delicious.
It's awesome.
42424.
The gym
All right, back to you guys.
is at 10.
Smooth as ever. Smooth as ever.
On 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Is this our new banger, Griffin?
This This is Justin's song.
All right. Let this bleed away.
Yeah.
It's Super Sweet Sauce.
That's the name of the song?
Super Sweet Sauce by Justin Eatree.
Okay. Got a little acoustic guitar. What's that? Got a little synthesizer?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I can make love to this.
When does the soothing sounds of Justin kick in? This is very strong work.
Instrumental only, maybe?
Could be.
I'm in on it. Joining us on the program, Kim Kirshen, Walker 505, the executive director. Hello, Kim. How are you?
I am well, Fred. How are you?
I don't complain a lot, but when I do, it's only to you.
That's okay.
Coming up on April the 23rd, the inaugural golf everything at Sandia Golf Club for Locker 505. How are the teams looking? You got them all signed up?
No, we still have about 5 or 6.
Okay. 4-person scramble.
4-person. I'm still waiting for Van to tell me who's playing with him.
Oh, yeah. Okay, let me write this down.
Yeah, so I still need to know who's playing with Van.
I am not playing.
I know.
I've decided against it.
That is not true
That is
whatsoever.
not true. It's because you're not going to be here.
The weekend before, Van is bowling for Big Brothers Big Sisters, so he's got a lot going on in his life.
Kim's been here for a long time, so she understands Albuquerque, New Mexico, and the land of mañana. So only having 5 or 6 teams open, that's really good.
Oh, yeah, we're really excited.
Yeah, that's really good.
We're really, really excited about it. And we're hoping that we will fill those last few.
All right, well, I tell you what. If you sign up for Kim's tournament, the inaugural Locker 505 Students Clothing Bake Golf Scramble, and you sign up through helpyourboys.com, BOIS, Van and I, we're going to throw some 2 Men On t-shirts your way. So not only are you golfing and helping out a cause, but you get to wear some of the swag from the boys, and I think that's a fun little thing.
How much is it per person?
$150.
$150 per person. You get a free t-shirt. And the T-shirt has a retail value of $150.
That's pretty.
So
yeah,
you're golfing.
Wow.
It's basically free.
You're golfing for free.
How much better
That's
could
perfect.
it get?
Yeah.
Well, no, then you get to eat too,
And you get to eat.
right? So you
you're
get
in-
food on top of all that.
and
So you're ahead.
You're in the black in this thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
And swag bags. You got swag bags, right?
We have swag
Hey,
bags.
man, can we get some stickers in those bags? What's the deal here? You can't just slide
Yeah,
it.
I think you're
Can you
right.
handle that for me,
Yeah,
guys?
I
You got
got
it?
Yeah,
I mean,
I
come
think
on
we
now.
can do
What are
that.
we doing now?
And they're going to be New Mexico Peñon coffee golf balls.
Ooh, wee. I'm so excited.
All right, so don't order golf balls. It's already being done better by someone else. Okay, I got a note here.
Very important question.
They're
New Mexico Pinon golf balls, scratch and sniff, yes or no?
no.
Oh,
but you know what?
I'm back
Super
out.
smart.
I'm out. I'm
That
out.
was I missed that. Missed that opportunity.
The phrase.
Okay, I'm kidding. I'm back in. Never mind. I'm
the
back.
We'll think about that next year. I
Okay.
love that opportunity. I love that thought.
Just don't know how I feel about the sentence scratch and sniff balls.
You love it.
Oh, it smells like coffee.
Yeah, coffee.
Oh, I
Coffee.
get
Yeah,
it.
coffee.
Okay.
Stay with us, Fred.
Just
Stay
toss, we'll
with
just
us.
toss some beans in the bag then.
This is.
That's not a bad idea either.
So you just sniff.
Yeah.
Scratching is unnecessary.
O'Neill's donate something? What's up? You need me to go bark up a tree?
I think they are donating some gift cards for some of our winners.
That's the way it should be.
That is so sweet.
We doing long drive?
Yes.
Longest drive? You doing longest
Yes.
drive? Yeah, we got
Sir.
a hole-in-one thing? Are we doing that?
Yes, sir. It's
Okay.
for a Harley Davidson.
What?
Yes, it's for a Harley Davidson.
And all you have to do is make a hole-in-one?
That's it.
How is everyone
so
not signed up
easy.
for this? That's very easy. You just,
That's all.
you just have to do it
tell
one
them.
time.
I've been
One time.
golfing for like 25 years.
Yeah.
You know how many hole-in-ones I have?
0.
Yeah, zeros.
Okay.
Yeah, it's actually really hard to do. But you should try anyways.
I'm thinking it would be
Yeah.
awesome. I so want somebody to win.
And do
I just think it would be so exciting.
burnouts at St. Dia.
On the 18th green.
And then put up a little like a memorial sign, like what they do at like art galleries or whatever. And it's like, celebration ruts.
There you go.
Oh, I super love that. Lager 505 is doing well. You got enough going on?
Oh my gosh. We're going up to Highlands.
Congratulations.
So we're excited about that. And hopefully we'll be on your show in the next few weeks and have a couple big announcements about what's going to go on with Locker 505.
Okay.
We've got a couple big things that are in the works. We're hoping that all comes together.
What are you doing in beautiful and historic Las Vegas, New Mexico, home of the Highlands Cowboys and Cowgirls?
We are going to be working with some of the students and dressing them for their gala.
Oh, cool.
So we're pretty excited about that. We're taking some gala dresses up and some suits and some fanciness, and we're going to take it up and dress them and make them look awesome for their end of the year gala.
There's nothing I like more than plain dress up. As you know,
big Barbie guy. You've always said that,
for sure.
Yeah.
In a Barbie world.
Yeah.
So I think Dan's going to go up with us.
Yeah, because life is fantastic.
Yeah, you're going up on the 12th. April the 12th, is that correct?
13th.
You're going
Wednesday.
You're going on Wednesday the 13th, so I'll find someone to host with me, as you guys will be handling everything that is the community of Las Vegas, New Mexico up there, and helping some kids alongside the help of Southwest Capital.
Yes, Southwest Capital Bank is going to be helping support that, so we're excited about it. We appreciate them, of course, helping with that, but we have that going on. We also, I need to mention that we are going to be at the Rotary Gala.
Ooh.
We are one of the beneficiaries this year for the Rotary Gala, which is, guess what day?
April 23rd.
Yes. If anything else happens on April 23rd. But it's in the evening. It's at the convention center.
Wait, April 23rd?
April 23rd.
That's my birthday.
No, it's not. You just had a birthday.
Oh, yeah, right. Never mind.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Stop messing with my mind. Wait,
totally not.
I was at your birthday party. That wasn't. Make me think I'm losing my mind, man. But yeah, so the Rotary Gala's coming up on the 23rd. Still some sponsorships available there if somebody's interested and stuff. But it is a 50s thing.
Ooh-wee.
Okay.
So I've ordered my poodle skirt.
Very smart.
Yes. So I'm, my saddle Oxfords that I wore as a kid, and now I'm wearing them intentionally.
Bill Shakespeare, born April 23rd, 1616. Just so everyone is aware that it is the April 23rd is the birthday of one William Shakespeare.
There is a lot going on that day.
There is a lot going on that. Yeah,
There
it
you
just
go.
seems to be growing.
Speaking of a lot going on, the end of the school year is fastly approaching.
Yes, sir, it is.
And you work year round, but these kids don't.
Right.
So if you're getting referrals, the end date's coming up, right? If you want to help some kids, you better hurry up and spot them and get a hold of you.
Right. So our last day to accept referrals is actually April 27th. And then we see kids through the end of May. It takes us that long to get all those kids seen. And then we don't take off. We stop seeing kids. I mean, if there's emergencies, we will see kids, etc. But that's our time when we then have to do inventory, restock, regroup, and stuff. And then we start back in the 1st of July.
Wow.
Where we start, suiting up kids to start school. And, there's year-round schools. There's schools that, the teachers go back August 3rd this next year.
Wow.
Seems early.
Me too. I was looking at the calendar for next year and kind of freaked out a little bit.
I mean, why even be a teacher? You don't get the long summer vacation.
Well, there's
not anymore.
What is it? You're just doing it to help kids and educate the world? Like, why are you really doing this?
Also, there was like a real big pay bump recently for educators in the States. That's kind of a nice thing.
Thank goodness.
Also, the very first baseball game I ever played at Wrigley Field happened on April 23rd, 1914. Just to know if you were interested in celebrating that energy.
Oh, always anything baseball. Van and I are up for celebrating.
I didn't know gum was around for that long.
I was actually known as something else before the time.
Oh.
Gum has been around for a long time. Gum is like an old school one. Like,
I thought gum was recent.
No. So like Eakins
baseball predated gum.
No, and I just read something about that just recently, and I was kind of like, exactly what he's saying, like Incas and back with Aztecs and all that stuff. And
9,000 years ago is the oldest chewing gum found, and it was mostly bark tar, but it had tooth prints. I mean, a long time ago, Doug. You could clone dinosaurs from gum, is what I'm saying.
You know what it wasn't? Yike Stripes fruit stripe gum, because there's no way it lasted that long. That gum's like 15 seconds tops.
Why is there a website called Chewing Gum Facts?
with a historical chewing gum timeline.
So that you can look up things about when chewing gum started.
I'm writing this down. We're doing a whole special on chewing gum someday.
Locker 505's inaugural golf tournament is April 23rd. We're very excited to be a part of it and help out as much as we can. 4 teams, you said, remain?
6.
6 teams remain. 4 individual, 4-person scramble foursomes. Obviously, silent auction. Obviously, a whole lot of fun and everything that's going to be going on with that. So, Help Your Boys, BOIS, helpyourboys.com, and that'll take you straight to the registration, and you can be part of the tournament. I will not be there. Van will be there. I know Robert is playing.
Yep.
So, Robert will be there. And then I would assume a team of ringers. I think Rob Portnoy committed. So, get ready for as he's one of the best in the entire world at it, and broadcaster for the Duke City, Rob Portnoy, obviously UNM Lobos,
right.
And then broadcaster for the Duke City Gladiators, Sebastian Noel, I believe also intends to play with you. So it's actually a team that will probably win it, which is unfortunate as a partner because there'll be some crooked looks involved with this.
Yeah. A lot of collusion.
It'll be
and a hole-in-one.
Oh, I hope so. That would be my first. I'd be very excited for that.
We at an unnamed golf 4-man scramble one time. I watched Van get closest to the pin, and then we waited around for the Duke City Gladiators who were playing behind us because we knew they would cheat, and we stood there to watch that they didn't beat us closest to the pin for Van, but they actually did beat Van closest to the pin, so we got to laugh at him as he was so assured he was going to be victorious.
Very true story.
So
it's a very true
we
story.
knew they would cheat, though. I swear to God they would, but they didn't.
I'll go on record, and I hope everyone else who's going to golf in this tournament will do the same thing. But I'll go on record right now, and I'll say if I, by some miracle, get a hole-in-one, that Harley gets donated right back to
100%.
No way.
How would it not?
Yes.
What are you going to do? You're going to ride a Harley? That is insanely off-brand for you.
I mean, maybe my girlfriend could. She's got them sturdy thighs.
There is that. I think you could downshift. Obviously, you could do that. That would be a thing.
Yeah, I have too big of chicken legs. I don't think I could balance very well on a Harley.
What would you do with that? Auction it off? Like, what would you do? That's what you would do.
Literally have 2
I think that's what we do is we do a raffle or auction it off and
like $100 ticket kind of thing?
Yeah, let's do
something like that.
All right, sweet. I'm going to do a hole-in-one.
Okay.
Just called it.
Yeah, just called it. I've been waiting for this moment my whole life.
I'm ready.
Hold on.
Who's the sponsor for the hole-in-one?
McDonald's.
They're excellent.
Nice.
Yeah.
They're the best.
Airgun. Yeah.
They got the
Airgun
best sweet
family.
tea in the game. McDonald's is very good. They help a ton of people.
They are the Airguns are the owners of the ones, and they've been fabulous to us. You know, they did the Macy's thing with us, with Macy's. They sponsored, I don't know, umpteen kids. And they've been super, super supportive of everything we do. I mean, we just put it out there. We don't even ask them. It's just like it's out there in space. And before we know it, we get an email from McDonald's saying, we're in. We're all over it.
Awesome.
Way it should be.
Yeah.
Kim Kirschner, Locker 505, thank you.
Thank you. We appreciate you guys more than you know.
Oh,
it's been awesome.
Oh, thank you.
We've made lots of friends through your friends and supporting the kids that we see. You know, we're just short of 2,000 kids this year.
Wow.
That we've helped.
That's incredible. And also, you can just call them friends of the show because that's what they all are.
That's true.
You're a friend of the show, Kim.
Am I? Oh.
Well, duh.
Program ends whenever we get back. 2 men on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Ray Magliotti here. I don't cook much. Ingredients for my car, eBay Motors has 122 million options. So whether I toasted my transmission or cooked my clutch, eBay Motors has all the right parts at the right prices. eBay Motors, let's ride.
This report is sponsored by eBay Motors.
This is Andrew Perloff with the CBS Sports Minute, sponsored by AutoZone. Get in the zone, AutoZone. Normally, a head coaching change in March would be reason to panic. Bruce Arians is out in Tampa, and Todd Bowles is in. But if there's one team that could be immune to that kind of disruption, it's the Buccaneers. Tom Brady has been the smartest player in football for 2 decades. He's already acting like GM, calling potential free agents this offseason. It shouldn't be a problem to add assistant coach to his title. I'm Andrew Perloff.
We should all do it. I still do, but I used to.
Get in the zone.
All right, you got burgers and you got basketball. So what do these two things have in common? Well, let's be honest. Some burgers taste like shoe leather, but others, like the ones at Rebel Burger, are perfect for watching basketball and leaving the shoe leather to those really tall guys trying to win a championship. Rebel Burger grinds its 100% Angus beef in-house daily, ensuring that you get the freshest, highest quality burger anywhere. Hey, it's a slam dunk winner of the tastiest burger in the land. And this weekend, Rebel Burger is a great place to go to watch the culmination of college basketball's big tournament with other burger-loving hoops fans. Rebel Burger is located inside the Rebel Entertainment Center on Alexander Boulevard, just down the road from Costco. Big screens everywhere, and there's a bar right there. What else do you need? Oh, wings. Rebel Burger's got those too. And if your competitive juices are flowing, try to down the Jawbreaker, Rebel's 5-patty monster. This Friday, Rebel Burgers are sweet deals, so hit up our station website at 9 a.m. and get $50 to spend at Rebel Burger for only $25. You know what I'm going to do? Watch the game Saturday at Rebel Burger, then go back Monday night for more hoops. And of course, another Rebel Burger. I think I'm the one who deserves a trophy.
Thanks for calling Toyota. This is Jan.
Hey, Jan. Say, is now a good time for a new Toyota?
You bet it is. Now through April 4th is the perfect time to shop for a RAV4, Tundra, Tacoma, Corolla, and more. Imagine yourself in a RAV4. Where would you go first?
Skinny Al's Barbecue.
I'm imagining you inviting me.
I have a bunch of crushed velvet
Toyota
posters.
today. Toyota. Let's go places. Dealer inventory may vary. Visit your Albuquerque Santa Fe Toyota dealer today. Toyota. Let's go places.
Recovery from mental and substance use disorders is real. You can recover. It's possible. It happens every day.
Never give up on yourself.
Discover.
I thought I was too far gone.
I do like chili.
Join the voices for recovery.
The chili is meat.
The world is a beautiful place again. For 24-hour free and confidential information and treatment referral for mental and substance use disorders for you or someone you know, call 1-800-662-HELP. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
If I was going to a 50s party, greaser only.
And JJ Bach, weekday mornings from 7 till 10 on
That's your look.
95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Good program today. Thank you to Josh Suchon, who took the time. Thank you to Justin Eatree, who took the time. Thank you to Kim Kirshen, who took the time. Thank you to the mailman running the show called in. O'Neill's has been great. We're through the lunch rush, or the dinner rush. This is the drinking rush now.
Yep.
We're falling into the drinking rush.
Everybody built a base, and now it's time to turn up.
You have a split pea soup today, man.
Yeah, and another shout out to Justin Eatree for reaching out and, getting his cause on the show. He's playing some music, him and a bunch of other great local artists at the Ancora Cafe and Bakery at 148 Quincy Street, 11 to 11 tomorrow. If you can't stay for the whole thing, just swing on by, throw $5 at him.
That's tomorrow or Saturday?
Saturday. Did I say tomorrow?
You did, but
I'm so sorry. Thanks for catching me. You're a pro.
You know me.
You're a pro's pro. Saturday, April 2nd.
Tomorrow, you and I are live from the Albuquerque Aardvarks Social House, as the Aardvarks got a big weekend coming up. I think they're set for the extra innings, or the playoffs.
Yep.
But my understanding is they're doing one big last rally, and we're going to be there to be a part of it. So we're excited for that. So if you are out in the Nob Hill area tomorrow, we will be at Harvard and Central.
Yes, we will.
And we'll be celebrating the Aardvark season, and we got a couple of fun guests coming through, and obviously rugby and rugby-adjacent talk. Because those guys are community givers. I mean, there's not another way to really say that. That's biggest and best about them. And Robert Gibson will be back with us, who's returning from Phoenix, as I know he did a pretty good little set last night, and my understanding is did very well.
Oh, I'm sure he killed it.
Yeah.
He's hilarious.
Also, maybe tonight. I might have that mixed up. He may have done two. He may have one tonight as well and coming back tomorrow. It's all going to work out. It doesn't matter. We're not in Phoenix. We're not going.
Well, he'll be funny any day that he performs.
So very funny. What's your favorite part of the show today, man?
The part where we get to help people.
Yeah,
so, the Ukraine benefit, and then Locker 505, of course. It's always my favorite parts.
The only thing left on the table was you were talking a little bit about this Cashman story with the Yankees.
Yeah.
You want to go for it?
Sure. Brian Cashman was being criticized for the Yankees not winning a championship in so long, despite having one of the biggest payrolls every year, and he said it was the Astros' fault.
What?
The Astros cheated 1 year, and apparently it's the downfall of the whole Yankees inefficiency.
Are you messing with me right now?
No, he blamed.
You literally said, hey, there's a big story, and you're telling me it's Brian Cashman blaming the Astros for them being losers for the last 13 years?
That's exactly it.
Shut up.
Yeah. He's got a lot of egg.
Oh, shut up.
He's got a lot of egg on his face right now.
He's been the GM for 30 years.
Yeah. And he's got 3 of them.
Shut up.
Yeah.
And he's talking about cheating, like in a negative way. Forgetting that he had Jason Giambi, and forgetting that he had Alex Rodriguez.
Yes.
And forgetting, do you want me to keep running them?
Yeah, Andy Pettit.
Roger Clemens.
Yeah, all the cheaters.
But you're...
And they
Oh, you shut up.
And they attempted, the Yankees were in the running to be the Astros. They started setting up the foundation to cheat just like the Astros cheated. Where do you think Carlos Beltran got the idea? He went from the Yankees to the Astros, back to the Yankees.
And then
there's like a lot of cheating going on there. But for whatever reason, he's trying to gaslight Yankees Nation and say that, oh, it's because they cheated one year that we're not champs.
One year, the Yankees played the Astros to get into the World Series. How'd that go for the Yankees? Poorly, right?
Poorly, right.
Do you think it's because, I don't know, the Astros cheated, or do you think it's because the Yankees were putting out 45-year-old what was his name? Oh, the big lefty.
CC
Sabathia, and not having a chance to do anything against the Astros, period.
Charleston Charles. Well, here's the thing about that one series. In the Yankees' 4 losses, they scored 3 runs. The pitchers weren't cheating too. It was just the hitters cheating, correct?
What'd they bat?
That's all they proved.
$1.53. What'd they bat?
It was horrible.
It's horrible.
It was embarrassing.
And also,
apparently, your total ineptitude for the past 12 years is because of 1 year somebody else cheated.
Hold on.
Even though you were trying to cheat in the exact same manner, you just weren't as good at it.
Your math doesn't even make sense. How can you blame the last 13 years on something that happened 5 years ago?
Correct.
What?
Yes.
That's what he's doing.
That's the mental gymnastics that he's trying to pull. It's rough.
It hurts my
Yankee
brain.
Nation is in shambles. Josh Donaldson, their new third baseman,
called him soft.
Called his own team out and said, "You guys are soft." They were like hanging out and having like a party after like 3 losses in a row. Smiles on their faces, having a good
Spring training
time.
losses.
Yes.
By the way, those don't matter.
Don't really matter, but still, he took offense to it and set a new standard in the locker room. He's like kicking people's speakers in, throwing stereos across the room, and said, "This is why Yankee Nation hasn't had any success, because you all are soft and spoiled."
And he needs to win as a Yankee because he has been a good player for a long time on teams that don't win, and this is the opportunity. This is the one.
Yeah.
If he's going to get one, it's going to be this one. And
The next 3 years.
He needs these ones have to be the ones helping him.
Yep. You're so right.
But I'm not a big fan of no facial hair. I'm not a big fan of wear a suit on the plane. Like, to me, that stuff, you can't tell people to do it. Now, if it's a culture they buy into on their own, whatever, but don't tell me it's not a mandatory meeting.
I think, that attitude, that broad attitude right there, like the historic baseball, you can't have fun, you can't show up your opponent, that's hurting the future of baseball. But as far as the Yankees go, I think it's still cool that they do that. As long as they're the only one. Suits on a plane, no facial hair, no celebration. I think that's cool as long as they're the only ones doing it and they're not hurting the whole league in general.
From the live chat, huge Boston Red Sox fan, Craig, says, "Thank you, Cashman, for 04, 07, 13, and 18.
It's very funny.
It's
straight fire.
Very good. The Yankees aren't what they used to be. It's okay.
They still spend money like they used to. They just don't have the success they used to.
Thank you to John Lopez Real Estate and Coldwell Banker Legacy. Thank you to Mexico Pinion Coffee. Thank you to the YMCA. Thank you to I-9. We didn't get the I-9 varsity today, but I-9 Sports. Thank you to O'Neill's, who hosts us today, and the Electric Playhouse. Still in the works for dodgeball. Don't have it all figured out yet.
We're getting it together.
Dan, any final words?
Oh, my goodness, my friend. Too much for the time allotted. But whatever we didn't cover, make sure you check out tomorrow morning on the opening drive with Jeff, JJ, and A-Marie.
Good job, everyone. GG.
See you tomorrow from Nob Hill, Burke.
You guys are clear.
Thanks, love.
Thank you.
Thank you. See you guys tomorrow.
Yay.